You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before, and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on...
Don't mind me, yeah, this time, baby.
And data, and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts.
Yeah. Listen, my main loan you know na kawe. Me time be anywhere me operate here, me competitors beat me. It has never happened. From Kumasi Hello FM. Ubusa for the next in Kwame despite on Bekachiro. When you enter Kumasi, me mark me ye. Unim sa Kwame. Eya na nkrofo kra enim da se me maka twi news da. Yeah. I decided to walk away from Chi News. Busa tikase. Busa listo. Sata Fox FM na net so subontenom. Me ye wo mo se fie ni school. Me ni akwaso ago. E sata dem kwala so Ghana ha. That time, that time was I'm about 23 years or 24, 21, 22 years. Me yeah, what say? If you're in school, so our track record is there. It's there. Today, Mr. Despite, Kwame Despite will share me ne obeche miskane. For a next in onim, obiena no kase Bobie su de ye nya. Yeah, na Kwame, Hello FM. One day yet we yanka bin shemu. Ena Kesben FM buy. Now Kesben ne Angel by the same time. Masa. Angel for ne bedi sa e bone no. Omo ne be sa luta no. Omo sisai nipa be 20. And the dusty. A friend say a friend say TK Tribu akodua ne I say I mess up. Don't worry. Me say Father Dixon o jira say na na kokomo chase obia akọ. That time ayi so nyim akoso ago aboaje onyim Ena Samson Kenya mecha aka me ne nko ano so no akwasi buadu akwhwe na so ama ne se atu ayi Light FM ayi akwasi buadu MPP for primary so e wo bantama eya Samson Kenya mecha nya hwe na sum ama Samson so ntimi nkasa enti aka me nko a me bekai Chi News na masia trem anchor because ese morning show kokroko no say breaks room to am break bia ese ye analysis na matrem sa manabo kokroko to bia mo timi point 11:30 na mo 30 minutes abekwa kai 12 o'clock news o enti ebo 11:30 na mkra documents na mehwem 12 boy ya me kai news inti me ba adwuma no pa 5:30 me kasa from 6 o'clock to 12 awia Ansah na ye no se me kai news na wi na abo 1 na makohome na mase aba anwumre 6 na me pon 6 na afa na me come main office after me come main office because anwumre is after 6 no documents no backlogs no bi wo ha e se me hwe na me clear enti me come main office ebi wa na nkola no kra o ma me prepare office wo nkola no o ma me yi nkonya na me ma hwe na ma cleaning office wo kama ebi a main office say no me free one time 2 a.m. 3 a.m. documents you also messense bi checks the be Bank of Ghana and at 2 o'clock no 1 o'clock Ghana Commercial Bank beba be form there me free office na be 3 me kwada ya 5:30 sm be kwam despite there masa omo hunu gabu bia o Fradex no man filishi yeah no pepe. That was when me drafty da na ya kese yo piece FM me be shemu ya no kra no na me nua panitri bo akodua ne sifa kan se o mo mpene ya no ahwede e ko wi ase o mo si Bobie nye na me se enipa no betimi ahe me recording no from Kumasi the tape no ba your friends ebre despite any ofori despite no ofori to one almost Bobie bo abrante no tape na me boy na mbuso am say abrante be onya de e ya almost wo mompre no some person ye kotobi na alawa ba ho amanfo didi so Charlie, we have worked. Love FM. My mark is there. Me radio station BNU amasomo okwa unya me footprints. Ensi da. Radio station BNU okwa unya me footprints. You know it will never happen. Love FM crowd and number this is a 20 is a 21 oh Christopher Columbus num time. Kwame Nasambaini. DJ Apuzo. Hey. Emma. David. You no go fit. You no go fit. I cry you ma cry there yanka. At is Obiako a friend say Legon in the 80s. In the 90s. Na ene be a Central University near a session near ade na de betoto obo mko. That time no be call gonna chale anya better. Me two university a radio mu premier universities ni nyina mabo. That's why the multimedia mabo ni nyina my body nyina so adidi mu ama nobody obia unim even across Joy FM kra no me wo no mo ni breme because obutumi sa ko wo gina ni papa me gi mani mo mo afi de hu ya no obubu sa ko we adai you no go fit you no go fit. Universities ni nyina two premier ni nyina ya bo. Na say na radio universities ni be keka ho. Nti natri radio hunu se onuane me a Frank Taylor, yeah, Frank Taylor no time. Frank Taylor no tie. Unim de ntia young crofo se manyini no. Obi to be catch him say OTM no or JHS. But that time I was like 21, 22 years, you know. But Sata me akola nso de besi so a enye mre ma okra enye mre ma enye peche ma okra. I mean, I don't go around people I disagree with. I don't go around people I disagree with. Into me ba kroma no, baby to say coffee shop mafia, me ni agro anko da. Never. Me bedru akra no. Some minister fa kan nyina na wo yi. Man kwa hwehwe ne da because ye wo nyina no nya madamfo. Wo soro che me. Me bo me path o. Yeah, me bo me kwai, me bo me kwai. Se me size from afar say we me ni uni agra. Bibia no ebesu owi ase a obehu me around you. No. Unhu me around you. No. Dear. Yeah, na boy sisi o. I'm fan crofodin and nante. No. Na boy sisi. Yeah, na boy din. Despite the first day she me am ka Kwabena Bobie Ansah hwem so say din mu odu na me say thank you obo be madin obo be madin na Father Dexter first day Peace FM for pay me na Father Dexter that time na offer flight na 150 cedis na Father Dexter wa mama say 200 Ghana cedis me flight in Shiano ewo Kumasi na say na woni me say me so adufri me free ada me free Jimmy Agla me boss na say Jim was Bobie so that 50 cedis grab me afele a car tank ya fele jeji ni magum ni atisi nkrai kwa so to me say fire bone dem wo kwa do so pa to me say memma na nkwa no so Mema pa na nkwa no so hwe na kwa me mabedru na ede me ko despite fie me too many say mani so brime na mse das framete na tenga beji yode na that time you sign contract 80 million enya better o ni assign me 80 million na despite shebe say no aside the 20 million pime so fa ka ho fa ko brade nyankopon masa na me say contract wi aye wura Kumasi do derwa udi agrokora wa ha kwanu mo ye say Jacobu no jatana Bema Nachi wura funu no mu apio but don't say kwa we nyini duru baby a niamani bi you just close the chapter and walk away because one here obi bajeji wa mo ayade a na agu animu ase na sell record na sell record satan kra na ye kitikiti no wa anya sa enne no akwakoye no animu agu ase na abaye bibi eda ho o ma benyini yesinya o papa na yes ade nya o papa na di boni we no you just close the chapter quietly and walk away. Agrada agrada mempre mechire obi a seme na mo ho 15 years. The sometimes enkrofo ka kire ojai ade we ya ni jaya. Yeah. Just close that chapter. So I close that chapter, I wash my hands and I walk away. But there are certain people, they will never cross my life. It's a promise. Okay, so my main conqueror Majuma. My main conqueror Majuma kakra. Why you win about me home? Mo. Now, Kwame, Mede Poladomotre you know. Mede ma. Okay, so far to amame. Anapa ya say your friend is say Poladomotre echo UTV. Okay, so Poladomotre an exclusive interview with UTV, and I will quote him. I read. Kwame, this is not the one. Yes, a part of it, but anyway, a part of it. But you should have asked me if you don't have that one. But a part of the interview, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. A part of the interview, but you are not wrong. Paul say, Cecilia Dapa enye kromfo. When we are abansika, the NDC took advantage of the issue as a political tool during elections. That is Paul Adomochi analysis on this matter. Paul Adomochi analysis on this matter. Right? And okay, so this is Paul Adomochi. I'll say, and I quote him, Cecilia Dapa didn't steal government money. The NDC simply took advantage of the issue as a political tool during the elections. And it worked. Unquote. Thank you. So according to Paul Adomochi of Metro TV and MPP communications consultant, Paul say Cecilia Dapa anya Ghana fosika. However, NDC take advantage of sa situation na pie no. Ena a farmer NDC. Me use two things quick on this matter. A public interest story. Senka ye Paul Adomochi no personal something. I won't talk about it. I have said it. There are some Crawford no omudi MPP for I don't want to have anything to do with them. Neither do they want to have anything to do with me. So I mean it's clear. Man, I have never hidden my intentions about them. Never. But as I say, public interest something. And said Paul, as he a regional assembly see and Ghana for mutimi assembly AC saying. So antisisi any nikunu ene tie nyasa. Ena womo ewo house help say mienu ase say meboa. Ena womo so womo sika 1 point something million ayira ne nkola na afa. That was as at the time papa no si okopie so say akola no is kanum na omkohwe no next can over $1 million to amoko police station on the nkola no like a lead to the third person yam say no me girls 3 so do amoko police station omo remande womo and a Chronicle newspaper who story no and a bar out and yes and a public interest. Okay, so the first question Nkrofo ebusa ene say Cecilia Dapa a civil servant onya sika no efri. And answer a legitimate question. Kwame, a legitimate question. Or your public servant. Say see how me way. Kwame, say okay, so let's take Paul Adomochi or no ankasa and for an example. Paul Adomotri me nim ni fie me nim baby ote. But if I am right, me assure say be a Paul Adomotri esi ni fie ansana ye ba be appointing no eye board chairman enya sa Paul Adomotri ti say obi ka ho asem because you are a private individual doing your own thing. But Paul Adomotri enya issues with Jessica say 800 say sa Christmas tree no ne him say no 200,000 Ghana mpo anamebwa because you are a public officer and that sikano we need to ask you what you say ebia say Ibrahim Ama na say Kwabena despite see what do obi akọ police station na agongo so do obi akọ police station and $1 million ayra me Bobie Ansah emfa me ho Kwabena despite sika ayra me ya adwuma ma no oya adwuma ma me. He's a businessman. Legit business. Enti ya no ne different. But we a public servant ya appointing a minister. Enti wana kasa no questions na shase onya sika ne efri hi. Meanwhile Kwame sa anya maame we na omode sanitation ekoka ni ministry ho na sika almost be $40 million e de man no say omon fante eye odo river no anya no na omwa MPP for no auditor general beka say omo anye anya MPP for anya under MPP na auditor general ebeka asem no enti Paul Adomotri so obi a sector minister. Ya this man say wanya adwuma. The auditor general has confirmed say wanya adwuma no. Na say enem say nipa we ya be an salary enru even 40,000 Ghana as a minister. Wasisika egu ni dem no. Emu be $1.5 million as I say ayra. And you are telling us that no Ghana phone ni ho kwai so omubusa anya this phone na bete to a Chronicle newspaper and a publisher here and a be public interest story. So everybody started asking, even the MPP people they started asking Skyway freeing na on ewiase Paul Adomotri ka omo a Atamils time omo say okuja to ablakwa deputy minister okohoro ne car sika say na edem em say 30,000 say 25,000 okuja omo say okuja to say obi ayin sika 25,000 na okuja to enya sika ne free he so unfortunately, they talk to the current media for nkwada no a omo nim de esi atwam. So omo nim nso omo suro omo. Na nka obi busa Paul Adomotri say Paul, ade we mo na mo kan. Ono Paul say NDC for take advantage of BB. Paul Adomotri should go back. No mo ko hwa ade omo de ye okujeto. So okujeto black kwa roka. Say issues no. Say na GM time no ka issues no the year campaign. Say ka nkwala na mwana sika gugu omo cars mu. Nkwala na mwana sika gugu omo cars mu. Omo kai 2016. Mbe kai. Sika say 25,000. Say Kofi Adam say so omo di bi ye no same. Yeah. Almost say, sad time. Yera Rollins, ya wanyan baby crow founder. Ababe kase, Felix Kwacho Fosu kai sikana jo, or kai sa wunye. Enti Felix Kwacho Fosu ya kromfo. Wahu. Yeah. And these are some of the reasons some of us, they don't like us, because yeah, no ace no. Ni anu omu nyina contemporaries, yeah, kai. It's still fresh in our memories. And we can remind them. Yeah, ne how omo no about Bobie. And then kwala no, omu ni ma de kro. Omu ni de asia twam. Edi omo kasa, anu anu so omo kasa kire omo sa. Ene Poladumo tira kwatra UTV ka kire yese. Obi sika $1.5 million e dane demo yira. Omo kro no. But the alcohol ne car 25,000 Ghana demo yira no ono ne yakronfo. Oh, one here ubie wano a yes unia eya na odidi natem. Because adwene wo mutrim no unhu se ya no ma hyeda wo. Se ya no mru na afio. Se nim na ya no mo nimu. Wonti ase. Me hu flyer na me flyer na ma me hu here because always I'm on social media. And the flyer na ma me hu here. And I'm like, really? Na ninyina no Polado wache enyo no aha se Cecilia dapa andi si bai na nkoma yire no anu omu ebusa no eye sa sika no a enka so mde kote mo friends odogo no odona ese nkwade kote odona no mu a wanfa nkwa ya no a sika ne yehunu baabi afa no se nka andi si ayire no a enka Polado wache nkwatena won keka sabi ensem o keka yi. Yes, and the unim me say no omo ka bibi sa eya na maye di na matwa so dia me ka no mtrimu ase mo di ka no kre enye ni hallelujah o say ya hallelujah o say ya omo di ka Paul di ka. Apart from say me remind Paul no on this issue I'll go with him Odi kasa kasa achre ye. On kasa achre say. Cecilia da fana ne na way. Ghana, uya pani na wiya sika. Yancho anyasa. Oyo oba, no ase akoyo oba. Na yo oba wo say abrewa kakra. Yancho. Where's no ba manum ni mitrim, but code of ethics no me yire me ho pa me yire me ho because we me boss Felix Oshiami ye Kwabena be kume na am so boss no ma anya ne say nyi ya dem your fam baako ekroma oyo ba wo say pani na wo wi ade a yanche then Cecilia dapa and go na mo onina mo okotokoto abode ti say dabo no Cecilia dapa okotokoto bode say dabo no and go na mo because sa odona adewe hwan enim ama ayi Zaneto kra ye hu dede meboa bana na mo Anenamo. Anenamo. Obi anka na hwe. Endi pa odika. Why? Onya ade. And this is taking advantage. Ghana for Jimmy. Apart from NDC for no. Ghana ni bia o Ghana ha oto aba etia MPP bia no Poladumo tire ka che nipa se wagimi ontimi analyze niam woni tirim wagimi yeah so bia jimi Cecilia dapa oba ye hu no Cecilia dapa ye ne nyina na firi kumase ye ni mo fie oni hwe ti se de mimi fie hwe eni ho no abedi minister sika $1.5 million Enya ni nyina no chese ebi guo na de ayera no. Yese Ghana ni a odwene ho say how can a minister get this money? Paul Adomo achire ka ho ana mbeka kire ye say Obeda Samoa sika gu ni mpaase true of us. That time na the boss ne Bombay kwaku baako the omde year campaign against Rollins year 2000 Emma Akufo bedi president no say Obeda Samoa sika ye dey egu ni mpaase enkrofo we hu say odi omo achi a wano be pa ama board kakra kra da so ne ayi adi ne wanu agu ase na me so Awurade beje me da Awurade be hwa me da Awurade be so makoma mu da o Yesu Kristo Nazareth ni mu ahotefo omo nyeme so wodi omo achi akakra ya dia mawi me so photocopy mi ni wagro me ni wagro kra we me kwama mpoi honorable anu omo frɛ me me ni wagro wodu omachi a wo ya analysis no wo trimu anu ahwe ya no anu apa na fe de me boss for su kwa china ne buafu na afi de me na me hye ho no bi me say enkrofo we na du Obeda Samoa so Obeda Samoa sika gu ni mpaase nti NDC for aye corrupt ene we Adomo kire akwa tra your friend say UTV also who's ankwala no sa ne ma we nyino mo nkai to okeka no afa ne ho adi ko mo busa no a ka menim ni pakro ne ye interview no ka obusa no that time Paul Adomo kire na ne boss ne Bombay kwaku ba konom ani afenyi dazinom mesi PCFM anopa jai Obeda Samoa sika eguni mpaase NDC for ya kromfo sata ye nyina ya TB ya ni atikumase ye nyina ya TB mampon ye krom ya TB NDC for ya kromfo ada ya sika gu omo mpaase ena de you see $1.5 million good dem anya kromfo hey yeah. And then code of ethics ya jira na so say ye code of ethics ya na mi mu te nso honorable ndi mepe honorable ya me de chain akatua ti odi anya hwe mama nya no BBC for star ya so Paul what you are saying is wrong. What you are saying is not true. What you are saying, I disagree. Mamiti standard, no. Hey, mamiti standard. You're ready. Some shall be more. Me bote. I was a table. Me table. Aye. Ready. Mamin Trasso. Yeah, la yaduji wasra manitite Jan upon kroma de me phone for na asem kono ha anopa me hu ye Kwabena so ma hu se unya ba me yimadi ensem ya abote se mo nko a aya abufu sem ene ode ba kire me yeah uwa photocopy board we ya Kwame how yes mo jan kwanim and some of them wakuma Monsieur no baby who you Kwame na say if cipher good board brother upon kroma mami twaso hu so hu o hemani so hu brother me table Chese Kwame asem o meka bia no say we a rational person na so trust din ya obusa say onipa MPP ni eye abodamfo kuo ena omo abehia na se womo wonti ase uyo onipa wadwene mu and you see omu ntimi and realize say the current dispensation no this generation no omo are so enlightened that enkwasi akeka say no they can easily read through and 38% no enkwasi akeka say na mo munya 38 yeah I'm telling you Kwame most of the people you omo vote to tia MPP and your omo illogical analysis of situations and a man crofo vote to tia omo apart from the hardship their illogical analysis, their illogical comments, statements. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yanene ma bebrenua eto abeti a omo. Enye ayo omo say end this folk di omo hontro. No. But the way and I will leave this one. Ghana Nibia would tell me Biano. You remember Obeda Samoa? You remember the issues with Felix Kwacho Fusunum today? Omo MP Poladumoche. And you see, sadly, Poladumoche the MPP communication for a consultant too. So, I know. Ayo no ona enye den ayi friends Kwame Lumba ye say the late Lumba e wonwum ni bi on say anam de minti onwum ona enye den e de na omuhene no ombo no ombo ne say asiwo mama I still must, mama. But this one the dim to me mintia omonyum Lumba match the day me mintia omonyum but once a while almost to ya me someone say voice no omo ya ne sare ya na de Papa si ye krom ne ya wanyum tuni bi ya evangelist onso ebo anyum ni bi. Ase de Papa si nyum no your friend say oh atebe kwa anwan or something. Anwan ne bibi atebe kwa anwan oh me pese me to nyum no like me nya lead no a Papa she no so born hwini ni bi asia oh no me po bia bra ba che me mo ko bia we liso e wo ha no so born na Papa she so born hwini ni bi now there be yani Lumba now why no chim no code campaign etchimino why that kid give you where chimno ni Lumba chimno campaign you don't know Mansentrani nyejmo that day Mansentrani nyejma what's it 1 2 3 4 See, he says 7, 8 nights on the man sent training. Aha, Koyonso, Bibi Koyonso, yeah, Koyonso. Me, I don't listen to their music, so seriously, I don't know what is happening in there. You know. Enti mame fa your friend is Poladumoche de nento miracles abuaje ha my mo sa asem we so soldier for na you know bomba me hwe ye besre NDC mpanimfo me pa mo chew NDC panim bia wo tie mi bia no on tie mi yi me pa mo chew me sre mo you see me Bobie me mpe fanfu support e wo wiase a me bae ade a me chiri wo mi wiase a ye se me ne pani nam na panino ɛyɛ adeɛ nyɛ na mentimi enka mempɛ saa adeɛ me kra echi mempɛ sɛ meyɛ saa adeɛ no de akwa me madaka mempɛ. And I think my elder brother Dr. Mane Buama yɛbɛsrɛ no. So we have one incident in Kumasi. Yɛsɛ asogyafoɔ kɔbɔ nkurɔfoɔ bi obi ɛma ne wuyɛ ɛm sɛ ɔma interdict wɔn ɛyɛ a wɔn edi wɔn asɛm ɛna there is another incident. So I'm not saying say wɔn ɛnyɛ hwee, no, so don't get me wrong, but this military brutalities on civilians no saa MPP fɔ nkwasi asɛm no a ne ti wo edi yɛ no we don't want to no say so no say so Charlie nyabotre I will come back to it. Say so and yes, I agree, like, but seriously I don't have any idea about those song tracks. No, I don't have any idea. Trust me, I don't have any idea. Any idea about those song tracks? No, the crop. I don't know. I hear me cromony. Papa she or me cromony. Yes, in fact, Buju Ebrano no Boloku Boloku bra no Boloku ema me enua ntini wofa. So it's like you from the same family, but me mente Papa she nyom da bepemene ay koyo nso no ubusa me first ay kura me mete amanfo obo but I am who are so free me chrome. You understand? But I can't listen. I'm for J. Those days Jesus or bought a year me kojina heavy, but on my own, like say me tiwana me si me di am for J nyum miti. It's a little bit difficult for me. I don't lie, no, but I admire them and they are legends and I respect them. But almost time now. Matra tafo, matra mamponte, aguna ni aguna, matre jamasia, mamponko mi kwenko. But I like Konimo. Yeah. Konimo is my local legend. Then Kofi Kinata. Yeah, Konimo is my local legend. Aye mummy enko janu no what is no boy. Aye mummy enko janu no what is no boy. Wo na wo we jawu wasi wo te se no boy wo de. Eja ko ni mo. The palm wine singer. When more correct songs, lyrics. Okay, so Yanko share this recent year. I'm saying, yes, Magdan dying BSM, but that one I don't want to talk about it.
What's happening? It was Tuesday. I'm a pressman. Yes. What are you doing here? It's an eyewitness. What are you doing? Oh! What's happening? What's happening? It was Tuesday. I'm a pressman. Yes. What are you doing here? It's an eyewitness. What are you doing? Oh! What's happening? What's happening? It was Tuesday. I'm a pressman. Yes. He's an,
What are you doing here?
he's an eyewitness.
What are you doing?
Ana mo ankoye na najo eya awia. Ana obi ogina ho media fo akọ na obi a ogina ho na omo busan se we de na esi wo ha. You can just tell the person, hey, free akọ. So we feel say eye bibia interview now or grant no. Eyewitness no are granting interview no. If you think so, go against the law, arrest him, take him to the police station. Let the law deal with him. Say na the Ghana a soldier for operation civilian entimi nyina wo enhwe against the law. Ni a jail no. Ni a hunu se mra bi sa wa ha. You don't assault the person. Kwasi asem. And Omani Boama should not sit down for this nonsense, this stupidity. And this is your back and your baby for one equano. Not the Opebiano aye. Not the Omani Boama Pebiano aye. What kind of nonsense is this? Well, Jimmy Sam complete. Sa kwasi ade no a nitiwu etra wodi ya Jimmy Sam no a metu nitiwu fu a wanfa no na nse oba opposition am ne na chate na mka kire nse nitiwu onwa ade na me ka kire o se Jimmy no a na otuwo Jimmy no a na me si jai no so wahu I mean look Charlie yani bio yekoya anim e wo wiase jai munya Jimmy no yakoya anim wo wiase munyai saa who feel say civilian and you see Ghana ye citizens dia o enya o dia which military attire enya o dia. This kind of people, they don't deserve to be in the service. Why? Oh yeah, daytime adiana moye no enya illegal. In fact, mokrana enyamu na mubu ade no. You are there just to make sure say there is law and order. That's all. Obi owo area wa ohun de ekoso na se media ni busa no na ye de abasem. Eni se wo feel say ena de bia se obi entimi military for ye bibia anase military for gina ba bia wontimi nhwe wo ma. Ade America for so wo da ye ntwa ni picture so wo de yaboho and mo so say Ghana Armed Forces mu ye bibi na say obi civilian and me for na ni nhwe bia mo nsisa mrai ni ehu mo na mana bomobo ada ya me soja ni ye nhweme untimi fo ani nhweme kwasi asem sei me dia me mpem kwasi ade o me mpem kwasi asem wo me life ho. We can repeat that MPP nonsense. We can repeat it. We can't. Please. As all the Mrasha on some year dear wo pe. O the Mrasha on some now ye dear wo pe. Why? Ono adano crashing police ni bi me media ni kasana de nsa left ashini sum tab. And we are grateful to the NDC government says our police is interdicted. But we don't want these things to continue. Please, please, please. Charlie. Oh. Munjaisa. Yen treating nipa right o. Ni nyina nipa. Why? Yen treating nipa right. Yen nyina nipa. Ofo so obi aya ade na senya, go to the police station. Simple. Yari bina me kachire minua Mugabe no. Say Mugabe, don't sit on radio and threaten. Yes. Say obi say oshia obe papa wasuma. Go to police station, report it to the police. Say nipa asuma say. Sometimes yeah, so ye bema bebreba ye kujao. And na ye nyini ya nimra ide. Wo de di ka fa ho hyemra na se. Semra no de ho hya ase na anya yi a. After the name so you should so I mean me treating nipa anyhow. So when you say MPP for just a soldier for any be omo eje omo wom no just to do things to tarnish NDC image. You people should check them. You people should check them. Mama, and then me video no ma me reho pa me penny pa ya anadwene me mpesa. Especially when you have a leader like John Mahama who is not like that. Then niama basa we every. Bro, when you media for problem bia won't be kan chem say Ghana ha exercise be cause na ma media ni bia ma ho. What kind of nonsense is that? Why exercise amra no Ghana? Say BB cause wo Ghana na ma media ni bia ma ho. Aden. And I know ubudu no unim say illegal bunana yoy. But it's not illegal. Obina Aqua Court and Aquaje court judgment. It has nothing to do with Ghana. They are just there to enforce law and order. That's all. That's all. Muyi munsa na mu bonipa. Muyi ni munsa na mu bonipa. Muyi munsa na mu bonipa. Enemre mu ni bia ba Jimmy we access for ni bia no akọ soja. Wa Jimmy so ko university ni wonim nyansa on ni sa de we omo do omo ko a friend say obedi 60 years wo military mu no da so ye corporal se de na yi na wa pension na bra ba e basa Jimmy ni sa no. Atepa. You see me there say Atepa. Almost send them enyum no. Enye koyo nso bia ya Atepa. Many am in penny pay hana adwene me there. It's not nice, Charlie. It's not nice. It's not nice. And you see, NDC, Yantisa MPP, MPP for they will still defend it. Me, Bobie, I can't defend stupidity. It's not in my, and that is the reason why I was born into MPP by default. But me, I mean, you know, me forming my opinion. No, I just felt like NDC, there are people with sane minds in there, and NDC supporters. No, they don't tolerate nonsense. NDC supporters, they don't. When it's wrong, they will tell you. Say, any party in Ukraine, they will tell you that look, this thing is wrong, and that is NDC. MPP will defend this, but we can't continue MPP for reckless style of doing things. We can't continue that thing. Can't continue that thing. If we say Nipano, we go against the law. Oh, yeah, law enforcer. You arrest the person, you hand him over to the police, you charge him. Ne charge ne say, a soldier 4 years and wabeshebi. Yes, it's against Ghana law to uncle them 100 years. We agree. But you don't abuse the person, assault the person. Are they? Mamenfa miracles abwajimye. Mami miracles abwaje. Miracles abwajimye.
Understand? What kind of thinking is this? We are struggling. It is real. That is our reality. Our reality is that we are struggling. Our business people cannot find dollar to do business. That is the reality. And I'm telling them about MPP. What do they care about? Did they vote against MPP? Did they vote against MPP? Stop this. This government is burdening Ghanaians. We can't even find electricity to run our businesses. We need to run businesses on gensets. Do you know how much it costs? And you think, oh, are the MPP, so what? Who cares about MPP? You think that the 36 million Ghanaians, they should keep quiet and suffer. Because you have moved the country from 3, where it was under MPP, to 4. So they should clap for you. If they wanted 4, you think they would have voted for you? You promised them 10. We are basically benchmarking the NDC against themselves. Sorry. It is the promise that you made to us that we are asking you to fulfill. Why are you bringing in the MPP? arrogant braggarts. You talk plenty. You say big things. We vote for you. Now fulfill the simple things you said. You are saying that MPP. Who is bringing MPP into the matter? We are saying that you promised big push. Do it. You are saying MPP.
They have a 4-year
Did
tenure.
MPP promise a big push?
NDC
You promised Women Development Bank. Do it. You are saying MPP. Did MPP promise Women Development Bank?
They have 4 years. They want to put the economy in a place that can support these promises.
So you see, when you are responding to us, tell us something that gives us an indication that this is what we are doing. Don't worry. With Big Push, this is the program. This is how much we have earmarked for this particular year. This is what it can deliver. And then beyond that, we'll go. That is the kind of conversation you should give us. But don't disrespect us. You understand? What kind of thinking is this? We are struggling. It is real. That is our reality. Our reality is that we are struggling. Our business people cannot find dollar to do business. That is the reality. And I'm telling them about MPP. What do they care about? Did they vote against MPP? Did they vote against MPP? Stop this.
Sometimes Ghana ni a utie me e ya ma mo mfa enhye me na miracles abuaje maka kire no ma sheda ka kire no on Facebook. There was a day na me no have a banter on Facebook and me ka kire no hwa e miracles abuaje and I'm a MPP adru baby o madru no. Yeah, miracles abuaje. Yes, aside so mo agimi no. Miracles abuaje no o wonanim chen o mo agimi no. So ahu, o wonanim because bro, miracles abuaje, bro. Tia miracles abuaje o ka kire ye say ay arrogance ne say ya NDC for yebusa omo asem a NDC on kire me NDC ni ba ko yati krom ha miracles abuaje we etimi kwotena joy e ka kire ye say covid sika yagegi the whole Ghana for edimu na yasi onipa da sani kenoforiata emra mebu nkonta waso wo ma na miracles abuaje at Joy FM na o defend the entia eni kwa so okọ we say NDC for me kire big push mu enkire ono miracles abuaje a na no hunwi se tokura abodwese so wudi nkrofo we ya chi ahụ ada na ahwe mani musre yeah, not to know. yeah. Allez. Yeah. Oh, you know, someone as I are for as I bodam for. But when you have some good friends in there, like Nana Kobiani win your titles, no, I was slow down because miracles abuaje be ka kire say Ghana for what kire wo mo tio Ghana ni bia ntio hwa sa boy no sa miracles abuaje no so mo ampam no a me say what the MPP for be kwa 20%. Kwame enye ha na last year ni abeto aba no metra kan say Bobie anhwe yi 35% kro onfa enkofie hey Donald kuma menkasa mwana mo kamusa Kwame yesusa ni anto anansesem eja abodwese wonkai ebu abodwese wase ebu obe ni o wase ebu abodwese ni o no wawu kwakwa nanse na ebu abodwese wonkai sa ayi no ena beka ya omudi akosi baabie ni de om kire bibia no mo ya ni sei ebu abodwese ena meka wonkai sa ayi kwakwa nanse sorry no ebu abodwese obi ba jeke ewom page 8 ebu abodwese kwakwa nanse o ya o se ye nkonkwohwe bo osudro si ye ebo na efu abadu sei ne wawu no afa ne makwa akwawe ena me kan wa se ma se den then we are problems. That's what the miracles are watching. Didn't grow in the American man. We do much ya. Kawubinya tokromo kabibi kra some fumbi achirano amu. Oh, my dear bedding paper. Hey, you're right. Ask me. Me say boy about you say. A boy about you say. I see. Shit. Miracles abwaje be ka kire Ghana for say Ghana for ho kire wo mo adan a wo se Ghana for wo de kɔ for a Ghana for pe for ankoma for ankofo Miracles abwaje ai o promise aye and this for ma me kan kire obi aso mbe $2 out to police station. Miracles abwaje we eye nyansa si wagimi a untimi hu and this for me kan cho bia so ombeche eye $1 at police station mo na mo ba be ka kire se mo beche $1 at police station mo wie ye na mo bodwa Professor Jang Bafio why bio Alan Chiramantin Professor Jamba for economic team. As of 2018, what your friend say 40-member committee, economic committee. Enipa makwa aduanan na Franklin Kujo Imani Ghana ka ho. Ade ya $1 money muso. Enti nipa 40 ene nkwa hwemra. Ato forcing woni ampem. Minim committee kura wo mate. Oh, na eya MPP for ne say na America no. Ayi Miracles abwaje no. Why?
Ampem Dakon.
Governor.
Deputy governor. Ena Sami.
Sami
Jemfi. Asa. Nipa 5 pe. Ene wetimi $1 aye.
Asafu mafu. Dr. Kotowa Singh. Alan Chirmantin. Kikankwa siasem sa.
Mentioning names of thieves.
Yeah. Obuba Kromfodi. Na. Yati kroma. Tie dia akwano. Oh, ena meka se omune boys na interview a. Na boys no show mu din ti umfro so mu kekanya ansasem forgetting say President Kufuor asem bi a kire MPP na Patrick Boama so aka bi a kire wo mo na esan se Miracles abwaje no mu san kwala wo mu ade enti no omo mfa Kufuor aka kire wo mo say politics na ye no 90s ni 80s ni atwam enti was MPP for so omo nsesa omo eniema kakra because atwam omu nim nyansa omu muade enti omu mfa Patrick Boama ka chom say MPP here communication consultant am obekire wo mo how to talk to the people omu agimi na omu so obi agimi te so omu okasa phone so tiefu agimi MPP ni bia kasa ye na gine say Ghana for by 36 million no obi agimi enti sa anka kwa we entimi nkeka nkwase asem we nkire Ghana for enti okasa obekasa wie no na Ghana for bu afu eye Miracles abwaje ne hwe Miracles abwaje na nabi sankrofo emienu apart from Bawumia say Bawumia your friend say Kwame Mfandesi Bawumia ye tokutoku no oye ti bonkoso no sankrofo emienu wo na damage MPP go ombekasa wie bia no na abufuo wokurum say enen nkrofo enya yinkane mfa nya adwuma na generator enti meme kan chem say MPP time so na dum so ho mo ka some be solve it o free na wonim solve anka 8 years nko one solve wonim solve a anka 8 years ye tra ho mankola ewo ye friends etema general hospital ye dum kania mankola wu te se nkokɔ so wonim solve a anka napo ebo ne hene be ka kire se ye pa ye yankɔ ye timetable napo so wonim solve a 8 years. Now catch obi 7 months. Say 7 months didn't solve. When was the last time a Ghanaians complaining here about a doom so? Kosha Juma your friends at Jinapo. Oh yeah. Na kosha Juma Jinapo. Oh yeah. 7 months. Wouldn't him solve it. Wouldn't him solve it and one solve it. So wouldn't him solve it and can't solve it. 8 years. So what me a solve it and can't solve it. What is your campaign 2016? Eba power. Eba tra hu di hu sika wi a hu sika jimi ye. Esa kofa PDS kura beto ye so. Ya ka se nya NDC na ye NDC a PDS we no senka ye senka nipa dem. Na no mete se ginapo. Ka se PDS ne de o se enka de enka ye. Na den yate meti say na jina po go PDS ne dia say ananya ono a ombi o se PDS ne diri ne dia enka eye it should be wiser than that ja me dia me hwe machi me ba case ya me ba ni case ya yana nan kan say ba case no me ba ni case ya kire say media me call na me ba ni case ya now a friend say akwala we your friend say need this miracles come on miracles say enkrofo ja dollar enkrofo nya dollar hey enkrofo na me ka so ba be ka che yes enkrofo top dollar bo me say NDC anya hwe ya to aba na MPP for wo miracles aboate na mo campaign pa ba kono say obia ni obetumi aba ma bibia so ateda mo se bibia ekonanim ebi ase ekonanim etu obia ni obetumi aba aban mo ma bibia so ateda in the Ghana for now so da say yetimi the dollar yetimi manage dollar manage ba a certain level
around at a point after so many years. Our discussion in public has always been CD depreciation.
Niente appreciation da.
Because until Mama became president and had this able men and lady.
Namo.
Yes.
Is
it Matilda?
Yeah, I think Matilda.
Deputy governor.
Say Matilda or two.
Two deputies.
Yeah, two deputies. So Matilda come home.
So any nipa 6. Instead of 5.
No, you tell cry, me see a choose 40. And
the arrowhead at to force.
Now Baba catch the Ghana for say who a friend say miracles. Baba catch the ampa inkunya ampa. Well, professor, inkunya. How can you tell us also say also ba ama enema so atete today ye tofu say today ye tofu say o the fu agi ye 17 cedis na per liter ene ye tofu 12 cedis per liter even with that tax no energy tax no 1 cedi no even with that tax one cedi no enti say no me tofu 1 liter bia no me wan fa so say 5 cedis what are you talking about kwasha niema various companies atete so kwatachi man kwasha ebro they talk as if everybody is stupid. Because mientia na say your friends say won't me ni abronya na your economic advisors we dey basem because more about and people are struggling and crop for what hey 17 cedis per liter. Now mo say Ghana aye ye tie ye mo yense mamo. Miracle sabuaji no kasa no ka kire ye say inflation kwaya kodru 53%. 53% na say mo yense emaw. Na oba be ka say university fees buy so oba be tutumu. Na time hey miracles for 2021 academic year 2020-2021 for 2022-2023 academic year for GIG the mom year demonstration my police for ko bo mo ko your friend say Legon ko other universities go and check ko ne ko check ko ne ko check ne ko hwe ko ne ko check. You are not even ashamed that today and Ghana yet Ghana ha and this year buying academic user fees first year and this year buying we're training true of us true of us offering went me anka a man for esika call mu phone so mu boss e wo krom ha no omo kire omo Kida say ya catch say monka omo kire omo sa na ntonkrofo trim hwa sa politics no abuaje atwam late ni ba abuaje atwam sa politics ya say ka o kan sa na tonkrofo trim o kan sa na tonkrofo trim no atwam eni obio hey Bobaka aya hasi pasem okroma. And Ghana need to be 5,002 onya washing machine to. Ghana ni ekura 700 obenya aya television ato. Yanti kroma and beverages for the ayi buy so much to money amaso. Na monia montra na be kase mienti a be church a big push ni mu o miracles abaje be church big push mu say wo no o emfaso be na wo so Ghana ya church big push mu big push no anti o mo aka ho asem a be pem ne no na say wonte ya obinya wo den.
How does John Mahama make sense to fools?
You tell say woni nyansa nti nyansa ni John Mahama ne ni timu kasa be da atiase. My one say one crafo no. I say also be a my bank. Also be a my bank. Oh. And the same when him say 7 months. Eye bibia we ase. Ah.
How many 7 months were in the 8 years?
Measurement here. Even when the presenter prompted and said, look, a 4 years journey. Say ya catch almost say okwa ya monka say ahokire okrom omo for failure na chese atonkro trim hwa ha na Ghana ni akwala so ya ndisi ni o MPP ni o oka asem a o analyze woni trim ansana waje amene na nkwala no on ka some just like that na ote ya no ya ntina omo ya beto aba no omo call free SHS schools mu akwa ye campaign still amfa no omo di SHS for nkola no twitwa video still na mfa omo nim nyansa se enkola no dwene abro eye omo jimi ni so MPP ni wajimia se onim se ne enkola no omo dwene abro eye MPP ni jimi eso enti omo
okankra na
ni
se wajimi
wonim se ene akola o ka asma kire no a otumi hwe wudi no or analyze ade no woni trim
because Ansah na akra na ibeti no or you informed
the
phone kra no
oni ma de kra
click of a button onim de ekoso
ene akola bi oto aba
first or very abreast with the time
akola bi a wa ba wiase bi anim say 4 years oh my government
yes
na NDC by 7 years
they are 13 weeks in their 8 years plus 7
they know And you be jina and so also be afi crap there. Na 50 months. I say 50 million Ghana cedis there my bank. Nyame adom. Say your mama so on fan kofro private jet.
Yes.
Nyame adom or so on 50 million Ghana cedis no kotu amana tan. Na so say what the bay or the bay susukura ma ema. Ya dana se ema Ghana ma dana se. So the bay susu 50 million Ghana cedis no or the bay susu ama ma no afa bi anka wokra on chama ma Ghana for mani. Odia Jomama enche 50 million Ghana cedis ni ma Ghana for ma no munni free. Unya bie odi kotu amana tan we. Amo nyina ejina ho keka ensem a pani kwase pani eka kire yen. Entina ka me de be wom so me hu ya na book of
opoku nyina.
Ka me de be wom ama no. Ti we drew just so na me hu say ofosu ka cha ma flag no so na nam crawl.
Only a channel about this.
Ka de be wom ama nyina. Ka de be wom ama ne sesia na me hu so apaja flag na me kire say mabudichi. Wudi wa mwachi a wonya sika ni bie oyonko ade kwakwafa lesbians everywhere play na nubua no ne se no oyi age se ohoro so ansan wasa de ahyem no otafra na yi atomotafra no still de no dis scan ye no ye na mo dis scan ko sandbox munya sika ni bie kwahwa sandbox de mo ni bedi atuo no dis sika ye ewo a sandbox kwakwawe Beka mienti a ahokyere abagana ahokyere abagana hey na Ghana for to mo da bai aboaje a Ghana for to mo da bai mo fa bonsia ma fa na se ma list wo Citizen at Tudazi, Mahmoud Kabore, ebe join ye. Kwame, brabe bo mame, name nante. Me ba, I'm on fire.
Samsung kick-off promo no aba. Sidi ni nya hoɔden no. Na yeso ye tie ni amane so. Eye double. Ewe ye Samsung LED FHD Smart TVs, UHD Smart 4K TVs, QLED Flat 4K, QLED 8K Neo TVs, any OLED TVs di nyina. We die chabi biemu. So Samsung OLED 65, 77 or 83 inches no nanya free projector. Any discount kɛseɛ pa. Na se wo to Samsung Duracool top and bottom mounted fridge na. Ubenya deals a would robe brea won pese be chawo ho. Se wo to Samsung R410 inverter AC. Say ye 1.5, 2.0 and now 2.5 a ubenya free Wi-Fi breaker. Bespoke 4-door refrigerator ne die. Se wo to ubenya free glass panel. To 7 kg, 8 kg, any 13 kg Samsung front and top load washing machines no. Naga discount ebema weni aje. Enti ka wona koye showrooms. Any authorized dealers a wo Ghana fan nyina. Frey was 0503 159 739. Samsung kickoff promo yi. Emma wusie sika bebre.
Hey, say the mako hu e Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me ho kra dweme. Say enu nti no manya award a eye world best. Obi antra se Emma dompem ya de ka say anase me boya de enka nto dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Esanyar want to say ne ekuro etu no. Ne enka e wona num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyar wanka ye.
Nansi ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho e ka ye no. Greenfield ada romanti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sa ehwehwe di pedua ni mu ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ewa Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop fra 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield,
God is our healer.
Greenfield,
your last stop.
Ah, ma, usaka onyo manana.
Anio, sisia na rider na de bae. Send in momo.
Yo, star one.
Ah, Paco. Any smartphone na we use. For momo app ni tu ane.
Ah, I didn't app.
Hey, and you now so ye millennium or say millennia, and I won't need Momo app no. Oh, millennium for ya dear cry. For app ni di juma, na se wo di juma, e kontem, na hu bambo so wo mu.
Beka enkofuku a wodi bomo app ni di juba biara ne ho. Tia wudwa di ni a ope na sev no ka. Tia insuo ni kania ka. Ana ma unsanka ya bisi ahudo bi a ye manu bi. Twi momo app no ede ya. Na hyase fa di juma.
Junior Mengro, my brother, hope. Now, when you not Joe Bagrosan. Now, dear, when you mean the Samoa, or what personality natural health care, so I hear. And I didn't just say you. Peske, I won't 70 or 10 so Cassie more boo, who prostrate I can say, I'm on your drone so woman who say yes, stroke. Diabetes, hepatitis B, pressure, 60 yard dear, a future chroma money, and no more yard the whole was. Oh, won't fit ye pa. Afe oba opesa o hips anasa wo to eya akese ye ho adwuma se stretch marks ajo wedie no aboso a ye yi free ho berima obema swa a opesa ye pagya mu no bra best care ewo enkran La Paz Nyameche Junction Grand Prince School no achiwa Kumasi Bantima G Runabout ye o Medlab achiwo baabi ani edan Sahuman Rural Bank wo mu no a Sahuyo so empomam ye ne Church of Pentecost ene di hwanimu takwa Roman Stores, Yeni Zenith Bank, Edin Shenimu, Sunyane, Yawa Rex, Yeni Total Filling Station, no, and Edin Shenimu, and Atakra de Anaje, Yeben, Queens of Peace Academy, Yeni Goy Filling Station, Edin Shenimu, Frepes Care, Ewo 055 773 8555. Peske, quality hair.
Hey! When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow, and young offense Wabeka.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and dear Renny Pediamus Samoya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a Peja immune system Nabribia, Yarientimu. Say, dear, a month for the one, Eddie Imbusaba Mesa, Dronua dance yes, and Yarua will run Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarua Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a home car. No, Yamwa suing in no, a boy who buy every home. And now I'm pa, one Yarwana Dada, no monum doctor in Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya Omuntim Pose, Yaria Eshomo, Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kanshi, and you may move Bia Yato in row, at 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jedi and Kratui Majiatu Museye.
Swade Entertainment and the Class Media Group at the Nestars reality show Abba Achedia Wunyankopon Edia Umuno Bra Mayengugu Sunsio na Enswa Bapi Nestars reality show auditions no the brasso eye August 8 2025 our Class Media Group premises our Laboni and no past 7 a.m. sharp. Pick your forms 100 Ghana cedis na wana obedim kunim our auditions ni mu no yede nyina begu fako edia bosome miensante tia emweden amamo na di obedim kunim no le nsabeka package esum 300,000 Ghana cedis sika any achedie pi obesan enya management dealer ebensida we a rapper we a singer we a reggae and now dancehall artist now would you would say we exceptional talent no kwadia for who share auditions in a movie register at www.thenestars.com/register and now for forms our Class Media Group channel ebenwo radio stations in Chrome TV station back online back akwanya biedwa way Shannon so say registration guswa ekoso dendende free 0534 886 377 kawo e makwanye empa hu koda
and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. Example, I'll stay true to the values, and please remember, When any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. But so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy. We can create jobs. We can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership.
Secretary for GCPP, and Mahmoud Kabori, spokesperson Dema Lands and Natural Resources, will join us in the studio. Nana Akwaba. Okay. Nana Maminko straight na menkoye Jumabi. Penny Honorable Agboja, Minister for Rules, said and some Kakrebia Tuja, and I think says straight Yabeko Akwakuti and somewhere Yenua a penny edit Tuja. And Mamemo Abai Casamafo Abaso says it's almost Friday. Some Georges so enebeba. Maka say it's good always to interact with the people. And Crawford de mandate ni mao.
Yeah.
And the time biano ese ne fata. Talk to them, explain things, no matter how difficult. Let the citizens understand that say. And AC. Yenko tie ora Agboja on big push.
So why do we have to do big push? My brothers and sisters, the program is also intended to provide infrastructure base needed to support the 24-hour economy by ensuring round-the-clock movement of goods and services. The Ministry of Road and Highways has undertaken studies and prepared comprehensive engineering interventions and cost estimates for the project under the Big Push project. The Ministry of Finance has since issued commencement authorization for the following roads project. As I said, if we don't capture the project and know where the funds are coming from, we are not going to award them. That is the basis upon which we use 6 months, as the finance minister said, to identify these projects, prepare them, cost them, and seek the requisite financial authorization before we go to site. By the way, when we took over, one of the things we did also was to tighten the regime of commitment, because I'll be speaking about part of that later in the presentation. And just to explain, Big Push is not a constituency specific intervention. It's the big idea to operationalize the 24-hour economy and reset the whole country. And so let me give you an idea of some of the Big Push over Oti River at Dambai. And God willing, these projects I'm mentioning, within 3 weeks, God willing, we should see many of them starting on site, not a promise. That is the Dambai Bridge, the rehabilitation of Wahan Road. Before I continue, what we intend to do is to reconstruct the road between Wa and Bolga completely. I understand that when I went around on that stretch, and it's a very sad story, few sections are under contract. Majority of the contractors are not on site for the same reasons. Because I heard my colleagues saying we are repackaging, and I'll deal with all those issues later. So when I mention them, you can say that they are just segments on the same road, but the intention of President Mahama is to, for the first time in the history of our country, complete the road between Wa and Bolga all tarred within 2 years, and that is what we are intending to do. We are going to do that. So upgrading of Tumu to Hamile Road, upgrading of Tumu to Han Laura, reconstruction of Navrongo Tumu Road, and then the rehabilitation of Techima Nkonsia Wenchi, rehabilitation of Wenchi Solar Road, construction of Sunyani Outer Ring Road, construction of Tamale Outer Ring Road. When the finance minister was making the presentation, somehow the Tamale Outer Ring Road was not highlighted, and people picked it up. In fact, I've got commencement authorization to cover that, and in few days we should be getting that contract formed and the contractor going on site. The Kumasi Outer Ring Road, the East Quadrant, the Kumasi Outer Ring Road will be more than 100 kilometers. The biggest problem currently is people moving from Accra trying to go around Kumasi or going to the northern part of the country. You are forced to drive into Kumasi when you don't need anything in Kumasi. So what we want to do is to, just after Ejisu, do a bypass completely, and then go and over the road at around Mampong, which will mean that we can cut the congestion within Kumasi itself. The rehabilitation of Bintri to Napanduri, rehabilitation of Dudu Pepesu to Nkwanta, rehabilitation of Atimpoku to Esikuma. Okay, this is all a section to say that right from after the bridge, if you are coming to Accra, after the bridge, from there all the way to Aflau is part of that. So these are all just segments we are talking about as well. So right from the bridge after Adami Bridge, all the way through Ho to Aflau is part of the Big Push project, all to be done and completed within that segment. So if you realize that I'll mention it is just segments on the same road. And then Atimpoku to Esikuma Junction to Anyirawase, Anyirawase to Ho Titrinu, and then Akosombo, Jikiti, Kudi Kope Road, Asikuma to Enumbuso, Palime Road, Adomi Bridge to Akomofie Road, the whole to Aflao, dualization of Winneba Mankesim Road, dualization of Cape Coast, Takradi Road, rehabilitation of Mankesim, Ejumako, Breman, Asikuma, Agona Swedro, rehabilitation of Tema Aflao Road, again, that different section. Dodoa, Afienya Road, those of you who use that road Friday, Saturday will notice a very humiliating and frustrating situation. We believe if we do between a few
internet issues kaka then already issues about already issues MPP ka say Ekufo-Addo ka so my 10,000 kilometers of road construction, which cannot be found anywhere. Then again, various acquire did two no scabia no discano, and I want to and this problem. No, don't come and tell me. If indeed so much this can me, but now they have been able to even pay no more the contractors. They got 70 million Ghana cedis, and they have to pay. So these are some of the few things on about Buja, Rezi, and Yanante. There are other issues I come back. I mean, Fakunya so na me ma atiefo nyine ahwefo nyina ha. As usual, me mo abaso so ne adwumaso a wo ye bo my Ghana. Yeah. Yeah. Now, your friend is saying, say, for a while now, Ayana and some said, Ura Felix of Fusukwache, was a shannon, a Bema Ghana for being informed. Yeah. Until me mona basone, a Dumaswa, oye. This is what we expected of them. Simple. And we do expect of them now. And so yeah, Sefata say Yabebo Nabaso. Na Yadana say, I mean, he should find ways and means a bit communicate the abaye ye. And the abaye is to obey. And whatever there are around, no so no, Obama yetimi na ama Ghana for informed. Nti ono so yebo na baso. When you deputy ana? No. When you deputy, I don't think so. I haven't heard anything. So yebo na baso we one man soldier. Yeah. But I think so he's working with Shamima. Oh, okay, yeah. Shamima. I'm a practice or vice. Oh, your vice, Shamima. Okay, so let me comment. I think Joyce Bauer is part of. Joyce Bauer, no, I think no, she's a staffer, but I don't know which area. But okay, all right, okay. Ti me bo ora ufosu kwachi abaso na mabo. Na ye Shamima nsusu abaso ne omo offices enyuma omo boa se at least ye be informed as a people. Alright, amayosema ye information is key, very. And sene be ya enkoye se perception bi na ade no kra o ma ya nko maka oh yente se Felix akane de you say akoye se Felix ofosu kwache ye Ghana fo nyina ye news anchor se won fa metu dwa yenim
You know, it requires some of these practices. Say there is a platform Ghana for will have to always look forward to getting information from, and I think it's a laudable idea. Now, and Drew Ora Agbojaso, say on so beda Nioma or ye diache or mine. Now, Kwabena, I must be candid. Say, if we say, am I your same shasi or Ghana no? This is really the time that Ghana for who inkita ho a sebi omo a ya fro mo se omo mesum oman no omo bu brand no ne abran no bia no bibi e koso bia no omo de betu dwama Ghana for inya na Kwabena, I wasn't surprised say President Mahama ede sa jumedi share ora agbojansa isan say all along here wo akpawe no so opposition ho no in fact on na na ni omo de asi ani pa ema ekoye say omampani kura dada wanya ne ba bi ko wako opposition
no emu de
fado
anubua
anubua takunam takunam na obegina simpie so o mrahye bedwam kase oya akwan over a certain 10,000 kilometers ese kwan no to so to say free here ko Azerbaijan twem ko Japan achi ho baby kra twem ko akofa Lithuania sade fafa babesi chebi da Kwabena enya dia ye no kre Akufo-Addo at the time our mampani bunkonta Bruni Friday be appropriation of achievements the obi aya enyo no na ye John Mahama kwaje loan Free African Development Bank was here family interchanger, the friend of Pokwasi interchange. Akufo-Addo num sa akutwa sword fufrom. Yes say akwa kromfo yi osafumafo. Entwa enkate sword na omunsa enye te se de omu na ebe ye kwan. Meanwhile na ye John Mahama na aje bosia na to.
Yeah.
Pokwasi interchange.
Yeah, Pokwasi. Yeah.
Pokwasi interchange, you know, like John Mahama always usually would do. Onya kase bia to say Kaswa interchange. Yeah, the interchange Kaswa na atoso. But beneath or beyond the interchange, you know, yeah, bridge, you know. Kwabena school e-blocks no na kan. Na market wom, na police station wom, na hospital wom, na fire service station wom. And a lorry park. Plus ancillary roads are leading to that interchange. They say kwanya a free a year Korea number refugee baby a koye kwanya a da kaswawa kofa kusi. Is it Bodriasi? There's a crew or na me pe crew ni say a man from is that no so sa kwan so sa kwan ni nyina ka ho ena ye frɛ no Kaswa interchange enti oti say John Mahama bo Kaswa interchange ya ode quotation bi ato so say bi e be cost x amount no no asidwom it took Orua Usu Adiomi okay to come and speak to facts and tell Akufo-Addo say hey my friend president na wudie no o nye civil engineer na wo wate tikesi a ewe adwe ase na ade na John Mahama eka no all these are part and parcel of what we call the Kaswa interchange, like the circle interchange, ancillary roads, police station, lorry parks, your friend is saying fire service, my friend is saying so we know maybe a hydrants, fire hydrants, need be a kahuna, and the cost of Circuit Dubai no, na etisani etieno. Eti ore usu edio mi church eni omemuno. Na je se kufa do eni metwa all. That was the time almost say so more time any. Obekai. More time any ama. So ora Kwame Abuja, he did tremendous when we were all in opposition, where we were in the dungeon, and at the time ono the man and semwa na ekufado num edi ye mfuturo tugu Ghana fo ani no ni nyina ada ho eti ene o mountain stage se o church ensemu no kwabra me na ne history of education no na a reflect ntina ama entiasia ayeden ayadwuma kwabra o man bie ni wono mu a obetimi atumpon wa bra wo kwanye. How long does it take you to get to Mampong if you want to say do a trip to Mampong and back? How long does it take you? Meanwhile, Kwara say we ye kwan papa na say o sim free nkran ha. Say o come Mampong. Oh. Kwara ni kwan say nke do don hwe mi ensakra. Oni su atete. What you say? Say wo kwan papa no matter how slowly you want to run. Edi kwa senke do no hwe miensa. But ube kompia bedru baby also nya botre ukai usro ede wa hwe na ade ikobu a ubede no nya sika koye. Kasa say yeah. Kasa say because of a kwan no. Kasa say because of a kwan no. All these put together no. Ena ema tikesi a ewi adwe. Tikesi a edasum ye paso na eso da ye pa. Edi betu bedwem se Ghana for man akwanya na se obedi mampani a wodi ade bia ye friend big push eba betu eye oman ne pono so ama ye di ho enkomo na ya hwe kwan a ye betimi di sika emu odu a ye betimi di aye akwan a eye interconnected say a free crime eko Kumasi, a free crime eko Eastern region, a free crime echo Volta region, a free crime echo Western region, a free crime echo Central region, a free crime echo Savannah region, a free crime echo Northern region, a free crime echo Upper East, Upper West. All these regions, and we see a timinya kwanya, a ya kwanya papa, and ya kwanya sebio, and then ya kotitim. Adetia, ni aye ni say wa bran krumeti mi aye moto we amana di fiaduonum. Efiaduonum. Even though motorway no problems, Kwabra, you can just understand, say, and Kruma dia wo ye no, aboa o man no, of course. Ama sebi yenya value for money. Enti say ye can big push na, for instance, ye catch me say ye be ye a 3-lane in, 3-lane out. In and out Kumasi, respectively. Then it means aban nani swadi hunu no. So waya me say me ko bi kroma memre. Ile kwabra etimi fa fo ko fa soro so a no so amane bo ka de mane ya enwe nka fa so na ekufo do no ni na adwena na da fom no na ye kan say e fom a ehu eso so a ehu na me say de kofa fon so akomane so e hokra de bobo ena je se jimi na yeden aye abon nta enti owura aboja asemo a wo kan big push no e yade Ghana for ye ni da so papa kwara hwe imagine say ye ni ji ikuadwuma hu na ebia memende bia no wo si wo be kokuya wo be ko afuom na waba eso fa so ni bi no citizen. What citizen show so? He's acting like a citizen. Citizen the asemo sra was us. And abeje mensa no pam no. Oh, di kwara gozo abre papa abre. Enti kwara big push na hu here. Now Rose Bay crown or Moka Wasem. Time na finance minister Emed Jina Bedjem and can enter Ghana for no. Now me was some doubts. And yes, I mean, Ura Mahama knew. Ura Mahama, there was so many examples. Obi bia or ye Ghana ni bia betimi attested to the fact say ye can't obia or the infrastructure are the pivot around which every facet of an economy revolves. Aye Juma Ura Mahama infrastructure. America not because sebi ni pe wo hono eye koko
infrastructure.
Infrastructure and there be a bruni friendly systems.
Yeah.
You cannot put any system in a place infrastructure anywhere. Oh, tina me kase Akufo-Addo ni 8 years no like Minua Solo Kano. It ought to be expunged. Any kwasi a kai krase 8 years be betwemu. No, because a kai and yaw.
But
because, for example,
yan kai so a yan yire ye ho se be kohwini bi sa ema medi so bi.
Enu mum de. Enu mum. Enu pe. I think I side and I agree with you say enu mum na ebema.
So that should guide us.
Yes. Oh, because Kwabena, how on earth would any human being born by a woman with any brain o de fani say ya akokɔ bakra na adwene da ni tirimu a adwene meboa e wo say adwene meboa adwene da tirimu kwa de wo say adwene decide say me nya kwan no but me kase ma ye kwan wonye o ba be kase wa ye now so we sa we ni nyina free wa e dey na betimi abani pa adwene mu say with all the monies he borrowed John Mahama ekra ye kwan 10 with 52 billion or 54 billion. When you were in excess of 710 billion, you have not much to show like Mahama does. And na me better video so a me kai say sika according to we hono it's a national security threat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and the way the NDC is joking with some of these things, you know. And they are not saying a buffo you maybe who say, I say, Omo per se, Ghana for NTS my for no MPP for the NDC for no me pay Omo game. Because Kwabena, so we hear the quantum of money I could Akufo-Addo no sem now we hear Juma. I wasn't keskane ye no manya. Asabe ye abatros abeda John Mahama konsoa. Wonu na wahu nyansa say, sikali mini nemo me de ba be ye kwan no. Ebe kakra wo diska ne be ye kwan na kapre nu botoma wo de kwa akwache electorate amana beto aba ma wo
no so ekra no
say sika ne bi da ho no de akoto to me no asade abetena so no asade ye wo ye no asabe se no. That's my plight, that's my pain,
that's my fear,
and my fear, that's my fear. And you know and I try to bring their minds to it. Say it's not about say obi ya down for na so obi onu ana bibi na bia wo kwakọ chesi no. And your mind nyina dia and obi afa. Aside from that, Kwabena, have you looked at this in this manner? Say akwanya hodo ayeye wo Ghana ha wo de sebi okay interbeting mampon mo pare o maboa kama Koliko
Rollins said one more bet yampne.
Say Rollins say ya kwan. Na yetimi ko hye nipa bi kutu pa say kwan no Rollins ya wo de ba betechim nananom. Ntino mo soso no
onim de omo sha ase.
Dabi.
On say ekun no mu no scarf no mu no.
Yeah.
Ho no just omo the dynamite
and the blast.
And the blast. Na omo blast ya ejeje Nintin mampon dew area mo na gige na uti bim betia ne wakuma free fair you bekunya so yeso de bomb abesi se ho ye de ye kwakofa abrofo bi agadafi num abehye wa yeso de bomb eba bekunya isa akwa yi akwa ba ifu yi akwa kura sini ayi befu wo mtrimo de ekwai romu yi amaye ekwai
tise keje tia koso a obi kopa ma omu ye yie o ye de omu ye yie kuma so ye wo ma ye han omu de omu ye yie
no romu ho
no omu ko romu ho so omu pa omu to ase
ade a John Mahama ne onu ebetu gold wo keje tia
So we share the importance of acquire ama ene so kwa asante mampon na yesi mampon abie is because of interbeting kwan a oyeye like Kwabena kane na wo wan beba mampon
oh that time no ebinumo sa obefa akunum dia na chese am sorry the whole day ni betwanti ne akofa buanim ne abakumase
hwe kwan ne tintin o
akofa buanim
na omoka Kwabena o se obeye we wodambai bridge wo they say pantu na enkofuo yuso ama baby 40 island bi so no wo ba be yama bridge bi abeda what say de eda Kwabena mo kwan ye friend say bridge kese ya akosombo no
yeah
enu bi no mbe yo
and yes small project
and this is not a child's play until say ato force be bien nation akase when you're ready to pay for the cost of these projects, no, I had some doubts. Say, it looks to me as too much of a big dream for a legacy term like John Mahames, because Kwabena, a car o maba beto no said na minister echechemuno. Enye car wo betimi atwie wie ntemu asa de sika akwakoye bibi foforo. But due to prudent management of isika sebi owe nya kenoforiata no ote wona owie sika no de kotwea SMF foka ena onfa kotwea PDS foka enti sika no is being managed prudently a enu enti no sika no be gu futuo mu a sebi onya bi nso de ye den e de ye enwuma pa ebetimi ama sebi akatwea pa nso aba o man enti me de Kwabena I don't want to go back to listing a kwanya hodo ni we ya sebi seni o ma hyehyɛ no obia benya ne so ne de na emomu no mesre o mo se de o sunsu na niwa ono no wo kan ni krom de no omuma Kumase kwan ni hia o mo ntem because un say Kumase kwan na no an ye de konof.
Oh yeah.
And on the go baby. It ye Kumase for ye Kumase Accra
Kumase and
na ye suma
Kekos
e almost so north no.
Yeah.
It take a cry na ka Kekos for the ntwen. Oh na ko munye Kumase Accra.
Oh but if they have the financial capacity as they are saying
simultaneously
well if they can and then can fine because
some hear the one after the other there
and then can
you Kumase kwan no oh because how na your mama who ko krom abefa e ho no obi e ko ni krom obefa you say no monja no na monja Kumase Accra highway no oh na monja wi a se na be ya mu ko kejeti a momre what you say ti ye be stress minister ye be da wase ye da wase bi mra biem na face so no osa cancellary roads so and o can feeder roads ni nyina ho hia oh Kwabena de ba kwa menti Ghana fo ase kra amayo fo ase ne se obi ati East Legon Kwabena ya East Legon kwa nyina ma no ne ka papa nyina nam so de ote ka so a ye nya ne kwan ye nyina so ye nim se ka so afo ne de tobu takosi wo enya eskafo eneti ho na omo ya ji omo to sikani a waka se du ne madu obi atwi ka no yemfa bibia nkosi East Legon etime no me se minister say efi na ekure so mo dwini to ho a de owo bia ne to no etimo fa to ni nkosi East Legon to okofia a okoba mienu miensa na otwia to na otwia ma hiani se na be ya kaso afo no de trotro fo no nkiyem biem some the tone ba biem dia enya sa dia o mon charge to no e wo DVL good na DVL no e charge to na e annual ana say bia quarterly ana say bia 6 months ka bia uni wo road work nko dia wo twa to dada okay it is our cars ye do a wo twa to du dada anu de e be make sense say e be trotro to na obi o te private car mu won call car 20 on twa to de me gidi say nya dia prudence bia wo.
All right, thank you. Very solid one there. Gregory Asiru is here on our Facebook page. Joe Apia Emmanuel Bain is here. And we are Migusu Eka military brutalities about 15 minutes ago, right? And communications ministry under the presidency issue statement. So presidency communications, Wednesday, July 30th, 2025, government condemns the attempt arrest of a Joy News reporter signed by Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu. And I read, government condemns the attempted arrest of a Joy News reporter and the assault of an eyewitness by a soldier at a demolition site. Such actions are utterly unacceptable to the John Mahama administration and have no place in our democratic society. I'm directed by President John Dramani Mahama to unequivocally reaffirm his unwavering commitment to the freedom and safety of journalists. A free and unfettered press is a cornerstone of our democracy, essential for accountability, transparency, and informed public discourse. Government also reiterates our commitment to ensuring the safety and security of all Ghanaian citizens whose rights must always be protected. Government has accordingly directed the Minister for Defense and the National Security Coordinator to investigate the incident and ensure that the appropriate punishment is immediately imposed. Appropriate disciplinary and punitive measures must be applied without delay to ensure accountability and prevent future occurrences. Inti asama o nyina ne se de akoso na mebo video bi mampani si wahu na ni anye ho kra enye sa na etena wo mem enye sa na eniti memfo tena enye sa na eni nsantwerefo tena na omampani ene ne mpanifo condemn no wasre defense minister ene national security say omo enhwehwe asem no mu na asotwe bia ewo ho no omo emfama omo. This is the kind of governance we want. Very responsive. Sana yeshwe. Bad nuts ne de ebibeba.
Not just responsive and responsible.
Responsible. Enti bad nuts ne de ombeba system no mu. But eba minim say case ba ku bi sikuma say Dr. Manebo Amama omo interdict sa asuja for no. Yes, yeah, omo de na ese ba dakro ba ko jail. Ye masoje ni bi ko jail. America say on tie jail omo. O ko jail 1 year, 2 years eba. Next time we soje ni e so atare a. Me de masem nyina ne say so fu so obi afomwa. Fanoko police station. I don't believe say me Bobie menam. Esa say me kura tu anase me kura sekai. Obi afom ntinu me twani tie free so. Unless it be under critical condition, yeah, it be a self-defense, and I say be a but soldier ni ufu say citizen and a civilian you be a chino. We a law enforcer, Fanama police for running in Konkodi, Buni Pano, Konko Prano, Fasten be Ambrobia. And one no. And the jam, yeah, that's it. Because the law
of minimum force crampon and yet for the soldier, for the police.
Yes. So you don't. And what they are the best kuni panosono. I mean, and you're fine. Citizen Akwaba, my member Miniaka Boris Akwaba, and associate a friend say. No, associate panelist. What is always like? But my more citizen, so citizen, but Agboja Rezi issue be say the 10,000 kilometers road now Akufo-Addo. Yeah, to date 7 months no so miles fifty baby. How much the Puma baby? 10,000 baby. And even there are some various projects roads be I mean there is no money left. Then on what to forcing in the SO Gadeska for all these projects. I don't know whether you follow them.
Commander Rabbi Minchel. Na mincha production team edwuma pa mo ye man Ghana na mincha munu anuma the youngest political party chairman o Ghana ha na enu anum peyimfa once more ono ti one And I.
Oh no, I know. Sorry, national chairman.
I didn't know about
youngest political party.
National chairman.
Okay, youngest national chairman.
Chairman of a political party.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
So
probably how I said it. Yeah. Into yama ina kwaba. Now rules are some new. Some of us and then let me expose myself. Commander, my wife is a civil engineer with Ghana Highway Authority.
Oh, okay.
She's been working there for years.
I see.
Now I remember President Bejina War BB in Parliament. President of Fifi Nenuasi there you were you inti na yaden Ansah and Apostle so ni hu de nsufu ma for wana to BB Nenuasi in Parliament. They've done some 10,000 kilometers of roads. To me be say that 10,000 kilometers of road. What car? Yembu buniden. I'm there. Money are paying loose to or church. Why church him? No, that coffee between na saya bambe sichim. Na even if you include wakada ya ankasa Ghana ankasa ye road network no kra no oya hi I bekada aye 10,000 kilometers of roads, but unfortunately he said this in Parliament, and we say Parliament is the house of records. So the danger we do to ourselves in Parliament in there, if there are lies that are said. And I think the previous government was very, very smart in doing those things. They intentionally say things that be in the next 20 years. Commander, I mean, now we knew. Now, so bring your research. Sometimes what they will see or what will be available for them will be that 10,000 kilometers of road was done. You see, we know and we can verify, so we'll talk about it. But 20-30 years,
was that not the reason
it will be difficult. It will be difficult to, and most of the times the rebuttals sometimes does not fly the way it's supposed to be, because unfortunately some of these rebuttals, even if you go back to the Hansard, it will not be captured in a way that will be easy for somebody to really rebut it in the next. About 30 years of days.
Rose 10,000.
Exactly. And that is why.
In
fact, it is important. It's very, very important.
Abuja rebutted plainly.
But the citizen cannot. If you don't take care, and that's that rebuttal is not well captured. What you say? So you can just get it there or Nana can say no opposition for. But with your parliament has
exactly.
Yes, but that be just anyhow.
Exactly. And the Kenya were printing books. In fact, there were booklets that were printed and people
sending me a message. You know, it's total highway in Ghana 15,000 kilometers.
You know. I think there. We will do all ourselves a good service when sometimes Sasembi Botowa and we say it as it is, and that's why in Kofi was started away the man I think was good. There was this portal that was fact check
Ghana.
I think it's something that is very good. We need to support it and ensure that. So be Kasama, coffee, and lecturers should be able to teach them when it comes to research. You cannot rely on just one source. And even our Parliament of Ghana, unfortunately, we might not be able to rely solely on it. The ones in the answer is true. Yes. That's one thing we should be very careful about.
I agree with you.
Number 2, you see, if you say you've done 10,000 kilometers of roads, every kilometer of road be a Ghana Highway Authority know how much it will cost. So, kwashe sika was spent in the road sector versus the 10,000 kilometers of road, and that should tell you a lot of things. Money that they paid directly in connection with the 10,000 kilometers of road, it should tell you. And if you do that to assess a car order, we should be able to assess that truly if they've done 10,000 kilometers of road. Simple mathematics.
I don't quite sometimes because some people took the money and didn't work.
But that is even the better way of assessing it.
Exactly.
It's very easy.
So which means you cannot assess the 10,000 no
exactly.
Exactly. In to miss case.
Exactly.
$45 million.
Wadi.
Into say equal share no way to ampa. Then you verify there. You understand?
Jaboso.
Jacobo.
Many
accident no. On we near.
On one so Okodi can so Okoye Kwan.
But you know MP the cry MP but me as 2024 election almost
he lost.
He lost to the NDC.
Jemfi.
He's still an MVP.
Jemfi is still there.
Oh, okay.
Is it the same
MVP?
Really?
Fellow.
Wow.
He's there.
Okay.
I think so. Let me find.
Okay.
After that dancing.
For me, I think those assessments needs to be done. Lastly, Commander, see, Abayi, and I think the Listo was saying something like that. Truly, even in 2017, 2018, people were saying that in fact, they can't acquire power when it comes to infrastructure. John Mahama has done well. And I've said it somewhere there. In fact, this government, in your opposition, or we the other political parties.
No, Charlie Obi can say, I think the guy is lying. I say, total circumference of Earth in kilometers is 40,000. But I don't go construct with 10,000. Oh, Charlie. Anyway.
Now make a Abayi, the rate at which they are focusing on some essentials.
He's right.
If we don't
50,075 kilometers.
Oh, but you see, you cannot compare it to the say the car roads. No. The circumference you cannot. You cannot compare the circumference of the. I mean, F. Ibrahim Aruna pa.
Now make a say other political parties will become extinct by the way of Mampenyo Buno in mind. I'm sure you asked special.
Why?
Yeah, because you see, if you are being fair, most of the things that we use to talk about are being dealt with. To the extent that even the biggest opposition, they are praying that government fails. And I don't know one of Bompé don't fail.
Well, everybody was praying like, Charlie, you don't want that.
You understand? But it gets to a point, if the biggest opposition party is saying they pray this government fails, it should tell you, if you are a failure, nobody prays that you fail.
You're doing something right.
Okay, a failure, if you are failing, nobody prays that you fail. You understand? So it is only when you are doing something right that somebody prays that you fail. And it's dangerous for Onyena, there will become extinct. If this government really carries through with most of the things that they are doing, and party my exchange rate are better. Exchange rate is or better now, better. It's about Zambia Mekaka.
You need to be
because unless you can tell the public,
they
didn't even take it to 3.
Not even
in the same 2017, after 7 months, it was going up.
Not even 3.50.
You understand? You understand? So it makes it difficult to really do a proper fact-based analysis and say the Bobie biaka. And that is why opposition one year press conference on this media budget review. But all the press conferences they do after mid-year budget review, they are not able to do a press conference. They have been struggling to find where to put it. Why repackage roads in a warrior? Why them? But who has repackaged roads more than the MPP? Even Tema, interchange your Tema, runabout Ikran. What be one kind of one away? Pokwasi was one away. A circle, Kaneshi,
Banyard.
All these things. So when it comes to those things, I think there we should be for number list of one yard in there. One concentrate. Kumasi Queen, Sabi the water doing what beam. Nancy when Cape Coast dia we to tree.
There be also say 1 year also say Bakubo ho e so bi kai yeah. Ka omuwie Kumasi the number here
new expressway now what about you? One year no first. Na make at least Kumasi mudi oye kakra kan krampo gudu wale. Junkoye.
No, but citizen.
Why is simple meaning of simple?
I know, but on your
but no crying there.
Mami Musadi. So at the end of buying people, Timom decided to umbetu to Ghana everywhere and leave it.
Oh, it is intentional. It's very, very intentional.
You know why?
A touch Bibiana or back that one away. That's what they've started singing.
That's it.
That's why they've started singing. No, we started it. We started it. Sure, Obia questioning there when they started this Kaswa Winneba Road. Everybody, every sensible person questioning there. You are not doing it. Will you have money to be able to complete these roads? In fact, they came to Winneba to come and say there, Onyeko was our sponsor. Just because some people said they were ECOWAS no sponsor, na for your marking the tire pay. Mo mema Dr. Baumia ba Winiba. Bakade oye GOG. Now, wo ye. Na ka the GOG amusimu yiska. So many things you've not paid for it. So why are you doing touch and leave? No more you why you na mo be ya at the end of the day. Bom so na say what's the contractor say but now what's so ni na yo. Mati something that they are saying that worry be me. Nti what's the road ni be or the na contractor on that Friday. No why ya for ho. Oguwa worry.
What one e catch you.
Oh say emisi you fum by
akeka wo wa atete for so wo
ampa nti yesterday we pray that some of these roads that are very monumental because Dambai Road she plan to no dead nti sometimes time do why do you cannot cross you either stay to the following
day Akugan.
You understand? They have to stay overnight to the next morning,
and it makes it very difficult.
But they missed it narrowly.
My main for example, but this expressway, Nairobi, Kenya, they have an expressway to their central business district. So you pay toll. And then you go on and no traffic. Ma muslim pay them to toll. Man na ma sedama na muslim demo trafficking. But you just get there
expressly.
And these things has its own form of or improved production. Yeah. And all cut off wastage in terms of time. It even helps with road accidents. Been crano it cuts it down because now you there the more one lane go football what you're overtaking, even when they've seen that you are coming, what you're overtaking head on. Some of these things, I think that is good. We hope that most of them now more roads is our and then it's curb system because of when you juma ya contractor or ban go for juma phone what you juma on the roads it's kind of so
all right
the contractor now I'm be more
Augustine Kujo say citizen ya Mfanti ana Kwame Mfanti oh yeah Kwame
we are to come now
oh boy hey Kwame na setting the records all right, so Sasso Kwabena says we'll be from Bekwai runabout to Santas runabout. Ahinema Kokobin to trade there. They touched before elections just to deceive the people of Kumasi. No, one from Andy Muller says, "Citizen, I like your submission. Keep it up." One from Richard. Okay, so let me touch on Divan Williams. Says Temapokias and Kaneshi interchange were all started by President Mahama. MPP are naturally trained liars. Okay, so Mafia says, Bobie, where is Mr. Bernard Odrotechi? Uncle Ruchi, an hour. Okay, so one tester also is asking, why not railway line instead of Accra to Kumasi? Moro Mohammed says, live from Accra at Dabraka, great program, Accra FM, great one. All right, so Kabare, but the other side, Abuja Tachi is that all these projects, one city in you are in government. How are you guys going to manage this situation?
When that's very, the kind na honorable minister said, in documents here. It be 10,000 kilometers of roads, no.
Yeah.
I'm say we the jamaji say kwa more for azikasiama na kwa guasiama. Ebi ogufi uri ama suko. Na o mechire. Baby as 10,000 because if you see na we the abunayo e da kufu adu atuba ako. Bibi any where chire sa. In fact, out of the number of districts we have in this country, Ambassador Kufu so why yes they also why no. Every district should be able to boast about 38 to 40 kilometers of roads. Upabi will feed in a tomb. Now will be also one who Kufu man even 10 kilometers of road apart from Nukuru Muchebi on Kamienti. So you don't even need to go into details compare you market say the nasi ni akwa na can say here first can you find to kwa no. Kromu for no mansi for no mo adisi is no akra from. Because this is how many kilometers? We are can this is in a boom. Near Yanfanto to her. Who does some Sheldon just say or more identify under self district be 166. They intend to give each one at least 30 kilometers of road. And on we crack a cracker we know is just 5,000 kilometers. Now 10,000 kilometers. Hey! Ade
na nu ehwi asena
no when you ofa ehu ayem de
agwa ehwi asena na
we say there that say there kwa we ka we say there obejira parliament go say ah be asra afan jima fa ni afa na ni ase nyina you can say this why am I any ble so
you guys
but you see my member kwenya na member Ora Felix of Zukwache Abaso for giving this platform aboa me ehunu say wo wa na nkomo na kwa dollar say Bibi has your other sectors.
Yeah.
But the static governance accountability series, you could realize every sector of this country is working again. Every sector is working again. Inti abua ama at least me say we got an extended version. Me kromu for the what's more thing. Me kuma se no me free no. Ye what's more thing.
So they should decentralize it.
Sitting in our brofo. Mufama ye diem ni entiasi enti bi ni a partner with of Bobie citizen show ni the Ghana for show ni nyina kosi Kumase ni ya biem Kumase akwan no when ne ba mu district no when nya bie ye se akra to Kumase ye be no foforo si na the ote hodo so ayeden atiase ebe boama. You carry all the people along. Governance is about carrying the people along.
Very important.
So, enti me na no me share no presidency. Abra lands ministry ekwe dey. Me catch a good idea in the coming days. No, me say there will be that partnership. Then we are able to do. Wafa, you see, ni friend ni kaso obeto boabo. Ade na si bi so. Owura Mahama say, "Evie mienu edi enemy. Resources from our oil and minerals." Yemfa gogu tankuru wa baakumu muaboa no emfa mie Ghana kwan. And according to Minister of Finance, we are expecting about 64 billion Ghana cedis. Wow. That's about $6 billion. It's a big push now. O man penny mama sha o boso on 10 billion okono. Na nya promise keke o. Nya promise keke. It is achievable. Achievable. And akwan no of ayen no ba kwa Ansah ya be foforo edi Kumase ne Cape Coast mu nyam bituma nyam de sebutile in fact kobo bia medite kura tese wa me ya minu penny Dr. Mane Boama will lead the vanguard titino ye dia sojafo na yi kwan o. Yeah. Day and night, ya son can you so we give them the resources. Change road. Yeah. Look at how the efficiency and the quality of road. Yes, and the quality of road.
They are civil engineers.
All we need is to give them the machines. We need to give them the support. Now, woman tinsi kromu maba wana mrantia. Woman yes. So no. Wafa ni ya makwa ni na maba wana mrantia.
Don't for the osu na you are.
I say can't say me, can't say me. No. Come for can't say me. Over. Now over when you be. Now even so when the contract na subletina military quad technical know how yeah. Not just say obi abedi. Tio, ye tiesi krom na kwan free he Kumase. Kwantin kro hu do a wo kwan yi so na maba wa na mranjo mo bepa ye form as casual workers ni ade a. Do you know how much a kro made? Because I buy no the contractor. Contractor got to cement wura akoto mo mu wura akono abi wo ho mabunu akonya bi wo ma na ge kakra ne ge akoye indomie. There is that rippling effect. Akuruma ye de masa du fie go be wura was site enti du fie da numra mo so nko nipa abrabo nyina kotwa wi anije oni awreho ni anije a nipa kura wura be fi say a party, there was ever a party that formed a government called MPP party. And what is our software be shown come say in 2 years' time, a baby perfect DSA or MPP near. It's not by just spiritual means. A based on a near man whom we are people who say, I'm a bit my arm on my Ghana. And me, from where I sit, I know by now, President Mahama himself is even surprised by the way manner things are going forward. He's surprised because last minute language be no one Ghana for can. He keep emphasizing. Or say me share ne rally a besia. I'm not too me say pass me tell Madrid and Tantase me din kun man me ngu. Nya no na Madrid. Madrid pa de say ye dia konwa na ma me how I bet ba sesa ne ma. And in just a matter of 6 months. Yes, petrol yet mean to so that. And the petrol na gallon 100 cedi 50 something to 60 cedis. Yes, $1 to me ko na ti da. Because akasa na tip on koso kasa. Huh? Tip on koso just say what me into obi antu me. And the dollar cost 17 ya de no. About 10. Yes, yet mean to law first so that offer when be ye. Wada rumo. Fi say when be what to see atete ashentu so akwati play kura lord first so that play alu play lord first
never.
And alu play na ko Kumase 13 million 8.3. Enti Owura Mahama kwa me sure say ono nko ati ho no wo bu nkompo won tiba niema ye no wanwa.
No, but seriously, Minchano, when you talk to to forcing them in private. They are overwhelmed.
Yes. Now you say nyame boa de oboa no ho. Onyankopon boa de oboa no ho. So far, utimu say everybody obia wa ban mu bia wo twaka wa ban bia no e de no kredie adwumaden anything timi na ye adwuma. Hwe na nra narcotic control omo kurabata wa bais say ye nuboni operation no ya chance on smuggling gold to a tune of about $1.7 million ya che ya babe declare camera da so hey
ebi ni wi ase
da be na we bi see ya enko mo da no enwa pobre say oh ya dey go say ye pobre ye timi ko chi Colombia okay o meduru airport o mo say ye kokonte na ma na be kokonte free Colombia ba no
statement ni is simple nakok na say ya cross ro no ya ya adwumadi nti obi anfa bi ntwam
da bi nti say krom unnecessary no
okay criminals nyina suro no
that was what they were saying it ye ba ya te sebe about sometimes ya ti we no mu feel say omu create a certain impression who kai sa reverend no was say moja be hwie bu akwati o kai niam o kai nam so man ka bia na afọ kofa no so what does here
no mo chi wi fo ni nyina so
yes but o ti no mo sa dia business
we no
ma sa shibi
wa fa wo ga do mo so your friends are motam wo mo body say denji no oh God, what say
oh my body said I'm a town.
What does it? But things are changing. Things are footy. So far so very good. Me cry here. Baby, I'm afraid me drop on so before say any nkran ne ade enkomo no say was say no buy no free nkran na se ba new free bank no ba isa kuruma buro no ba funsu abayire no ba o and then 166 under self district you can be and then nuane beba one of the easiest way to control food inflation and so be open up the country and the nuane no drug money no one mobile mo na mo nkofa no beti fair no so fair no so tia aduane bone da say be gina ho ana say bi beto suka kuma bi ni padodo nya aduane dia na omunya sumdue bebre won kra ha muni dan dem but obinte but wo hia ni pa no oni dia sisa o ka kira na nim ni facial of akomo ya o akomo ya so okuno enti dia ban no ya no de c'est pas problème asembia ni ho ye tanati pumping paeding ye hwese de den ani so ane de o ye nyina no obetimi de akwa wie pa de aka ne se o man no betanati me de MPP fo no me bana me nia gaja say o mu ni asemi aka na no mo se yen spending to inflation yen spending to na dollar gina na so yes obia in less than 6 months you're spending more than half of your entire year budget allocation what's you spending what here euro bond 700 million year domestic debt exchange board what here what the amount
NDC and fast slogans and to so
I say can ndike buy here say why university student why na ketua na nke ya kotwa ho power na amamfo obo atwa ho ntoma ni akonna ase esom ya anye binti bahama nya adwuma and the capitation grant from 2023 besin there ye tue ni nyina district assembly common fund and there be say Domama promise he's doing exactly what he promised or say I will put our money where our mouths are the critical things that demand and you know when you are can do money brabes right Ministry of Lands and galamsey has worsen yeah the economy in common galamsey has worsen I didn't offer because we no capital no asemo a utobi wo na ban mu ene utobi nti wunim unjindi or no can you no ho asemo a uto mo 5 kg no na peso ene utobi unjindi you can easily verify but kwaye breton how many Ghanaians go to the forest, how many Ghanaians go to the water body until they want to put a certain in galamsey. But the Sri Lanka rather say it is not also true because Justin Frimpong called him say Jimmy Forest Reserve, Jimra Extension, Afawo Hill, Denzui,
Asinaye, Subri, Tano Nibri, under their watch. None in our Galamsey for Mukura. No Forest Commission staff could make an entry. And then in Sri Lanka, with hard work, dedication, and service to the Ghanaian people, we have repossessed all those forest reserves.
Last month, yes, when Erastus complaining about Nimni Forest, what happened?
In fact, the challenge we are facing is that when so more passing LI 2462 to the they cleared all security protection in our forest compartment. Now for security war could grow for you. No way security. So from 2022, there was no security protection in the forest reserves. And microphone for what happened is that because there's no permanent security there, are able to make entry. But we are working.
But money security agencies no collaborated to get permanent.
That's what we are doing now, and it's capital intensive because we for 2 years, a lot of them said no, I don't because a whole 2 years so we are working at getting a more permanent a year. Said the next year can
because the issue between me and
yes.
And I was struggling to.
We are working at that. Justin Frimpoko cannot tell me say on your way. Say 6 months ago, that one to me was hiding behind Akunta and destroying the very livelihood of the people of Samurai Boy. He can't tell me that. And we have stopped wound to me and we are stopping the bleeding. How's our Galamsey wasn't by doing this? In 4 years, in fact, in 8 years, total arrest through enforcement, MPP 845. In 4 years. And now, Otimi prepared just 31 people for court. In less than 6 months, we've made 1,345 arrests. All these people are facing various stages of prosecution. How has Galamsey worsened? Yeti krom hai. Obetina ke jamfu aba no osufra of Bobie adan ya question no Galamsey excavator. Offer in 6 months. What to say NDC ni bi Galamsey abi ya question excavator. So how has Galamsey worsened?
It is our Attorney General report on Yamin and
yes, in fact, request directive. No, private petition.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And that will tell you the kind of president and government we have.
No, so which means even the Attorney General don't have any evidence.
So say Nipan they said
probably be attached
until gonna but what I say, these senior officers have flatly denied in the media. I believe it's an opportunity for them to clear and not Ghana for who say the NDC is not the same. It's not the same as the MPP. But now me can't say the Emmanuel say, no more excavator there no more there. Party here sika. But what I say, party here sika. Now mo chechema party mpenifo. The Bibeka exactly. We see any one BC.
But don't forget we under the NDC we have had this issue about excavators, Biaira and all that.
No, as far as I know, an available document at our doorstep, excavator BASCZ is intact.
But what is
this from me?
Because I believe in governance. Let us be truthful to ourselves.
Take this from me. Commander, take this from me.
Anabisu complained the last time. What happened?
Take this from me. Official data available. All excavator SCZ. Say cooperation now successful. Say it aside. You see, Hannah's people twisted it. Mami Hannah say. Or identify as part of our MDF engagement and our mining communities. Identify a number of excavators they believe operation should have gone on for them to be confiscated. Almost back now.
And a media net twisted.
She didn't even go in there to seize them. She is just doing what is within her domain. Engagement.
Yeah,
it's a different, but I'm saying it's official data. Forestry Commission, Ghana Police Service, the National Anti-Galamsey Task Force.
I think
you see the need for the updates.
But I think Dr. Hanabisu, Jumana no any pebi, so they decided to just smear her.
Well,
that is what I think. Because Hanabisu, you can disagree with her. But when it comes to her integrity on certain things,
two political parties offer. Bakuba and the National Women Organization. I'm
ma yɛhyɛ no gala no wɔ bɛsu kyerɛ sɛ deɛ yɛsi no yi baako ba wɔde ne deɛ fa nka hwan ne yɛbɛ sɛ yɛma no fans mpate wate aseɛ hwan ne yɛbɛ sɛ yɛma no fans so ɛnɛ all the excavator season no deɛ ago through me no ka say forest reserves alone near seasons 177 54 credit we ho asɛm a court are confiscated to the state. So in the coming days, based on the directive of the president, Mampani Mama can farmer local government ministry. Now you have a break for one. And once you have friends and trade for 54 excavators in the Jeffrey Gallants court where we want some Monfanco mad break. And I'm from me army of a list to war. Monfanco acquire my forgot to go down my year. Who do that? And yeah, I can come out. Yes, no, offer. Yes, sir. Ora Justin from Pokodua. Ye man no nantwie srɛ wantima fa mmɔ nkwampe anya afei na ɔbɛsra patre miɛnsa yɛsrɛ no wɔnim ho akɔɔ no srɛ wɔn ka ɔma no senior brother Rewu wɔn hwɛ ne emu man na ɔman mu tima bɔ fa wɔn tuma pamfra all right thank you na man no wakari
let me deal with Yenia Penia Awingo. So chairman, we are talking about this rules issue and baby Chairman, obetimi senka obetimi aboya. I just want to understand it clearly that yes, all these rules under the big push, and yeah, no, we are dealing with Kumasi Swami interchange, Omo Jaho. We are dealing with
like they did to
Sofolai, like Takra did there, Omo Jaho. Then even they are adding new ones. In the case of Dambai, right. And Namebusa, that within these 4 years, can JM administration do something better with these? Because two huge. Meanwhile, they are dealing with motorway. Motorway, Omo Jawa with no money. And motorway, no, Omo Ade Kwako Bomwa to Aplau Road, no. Not just say, you know, the I mean, very ambitious. Kumasi Road, the same thing. How? Where? You better first can be a report. Your internal generation to say.
O person fa asamaba. Kabo pota juma. Mami chair I have for any active for my colleagues that I came to meet in the studio here. A large list and citizen Atuzazi, the Fanti no cry no kume. Comfanti pure.
Patch all the Kwame Fanti.
Kwame Fanti. Kwabena you, so the Kwabena ato. Na yenya offer is it forestry ministries? Land and forestry?
Yes, ministry.
Yes, on also the a beam pa media
opa ajawa na peputi
ajaba
opa ajawa
the treated the or yirabe rough nti media no de die for mumfa cheme yes I can make a krum kasa kusasi kusal the language is the tribe is kusasis and the language is kusal lafsuma Mini abema.
Yebia.
Me ba bedu ha na me beka asam na manka ashama nkwan ka ayemiya.
You have been talking about.
Me asama ni te ashama. Ashama ofa since 2008 election atames bedie no. Ashama has been voting massively for NDC. Kunkatmanso me feel no is between Kunkatmanso and Ashama. Katamanso, especially the New York new route, Quino, Ana Tema Oil Refinery, Ekop Alu West, Ekop, Quine, Ufa Asama Township, Quine. Now I was so shocked and surprised, say, yet that's what sitting MPs from 2008, Beduene, two constituencies, both presidential and MPP and member of parliament, we've been voting massively for it. National Democratic Congress, NDC.
Yes.
Even though John Mahama lost and came back, they've been voting for the parliamentary candidate, MPs in there, at that NDC seats, permanent seat. Only 2004, if my memory serves me right, was the 2000 election that I will see, 2000, that I will say, and I went independent, and I had to, was on the ticket of NDC. That is where KKT came in. Then Agosi took it over from 2004. Remember that election? And so if I sit here and I capture 166 constituencies, route, na Ashaman Kaho.
Oh, are you sure?
Me who?
No, what check it 166?
Me who ye? I must say. Oh, you are from government. Now say your name say fact check ne friends and tracker and a friend tracker na day. Say no crazy Asama Kaho. Ati for ana buy omo hwe
you have the 166
abai omo hwe omba madina ba me say ko katamaso New Road New York no omo ye 5,000 road 5,000 kilometers right or kilometers of road under 166 me see
10 kilometers or 30
yes
30 right
yes nti me see Ashama ene kpon katamaso especially those area me bobo no any you Ashama roundabout you can some major road no
do us a favor
some major road
check 166 near
say ministers no muti say abanti me say minti Ashama rules in ho
no me say what check it
oh Bobie we platform a big platform
I know
and now so check
me pacho me check it na me busa sa just to help educators so ma check it enim and as be a man tese o mo ka
in other words he is trying to find out have you researched about what you are saying
me catch minister no better friend say Ashama kwanana Mr. Wa
all right
ko katama so rules na me bobo no
find out
rules na me bobo no 22 New York BBC Aluwes toll routes akahoana
okay
say san bisa akahoa ebe ye me de pa enka ho de me robe horo ana you can say
and you are right
because I know how the constituencies that MPP win in Tema Tema West Tema East Tema Central say no mo ye kwani na Emma. In fact, even Tema East, no, say NDC, this is the 2 times.
Yeah.
Tema East has been one of the swing constituency. One team, as a night time, I could do the former regional minister now of Freedom. No, na that was by na aside Dante by 2 times. He's the only person who won that seat 2 times. It has been
Dante has gone twice.
Yes, he's won the seat twice.
Yeah.
Yes. So
and counting.
So I can tell you that if Ashama roads are not part na me too far come krum upper east me ko ofa tili Kwabena ba Zengwire Kusnaba Zebila constituency Zebila since 1992 NDC no win ya by 2004 na Ndeburu ba PNC me party be win 2004 sorry before Ndeburu Ndeburu win 2004 2008 na Avokasa ba one of the elections, I think 2016, na MPP Bewinier, Frank Fusini. Then 2020 elections, na Avokasa Baye. It was 2024, the young man gets came. Who called the whole Zebla. Kwabena a free bolga, Ebefa Zebla Township. Echuma Koboku, a Kokolgungu. And no Kwan Yakutala, your district no. Yeah, just the whole district, Zebla constituency no. And it is no total any economy. So I can tell. Look at the statistical, the antecedent that I'm giving you. Say 92. Yeah, and this winners presence MPP. Only 2004 we lost member of parliament to Ndebukure. 2016, 2008, all the way to 2016. Only 2016 they lost to MPP. Then 2020 Avoka has come back. In 2024, this gentleman came, the young man. So those rows too. It's a big problem. Meaning say I can 166 Kwabena anywhere. The whole district, apart from that major road from Bolga by Chuma Kobokuno, the whole district, the whole constituency, Kotal. There's no road where we say Kotal.
Chairman, if we never research on the 166, so that when we come back here, we can just do.
Yes. So this is my plate. I want to appeal to the root minister. So he's a very hard working guy on that. He doesn't sit in the office and wearing BB code. He's going around the country since he has taken over. I monitor him a lot. And to me assign with it, I go see him. Honorable Agosi. Obaye MPR, Baba, deputy majority leader. Okay. When Avoka was the majority leader, he was deputy honorable Avoka. Enti agosi film no yenya nhie no. Omba ye asame kwan no. Yemfa to recognize honorable member of parliament, former member of parliament of film no. Honorable agosi emaye na me kasa asam no. Nti I know who be some say John Mahama betima ye na. If John Mahama really mean what he mean, the way he began, he is not ready to entertain anybody who will come and waste, anybody who will come and embezzle our money, and not anybody who will come and say, "My year quite to say Yanum." Ebaba Maya say, "Almost say, Omo year say 10,000 kilometers." Can you the young man at the time or NDC, or your friend communication director, and then your friend officer and everything. Sami Jemfi, that when they did that thing, then he also said, okay, fast track. So he make all NDC communicators when several infrastructures and areas that he said they have built, they have constructed on to say, I am standing here. There's nothing being done. You remember at a point, now former STC manager, no call Peace FM. And I can say, oh, Nana can say, oh, even you constructed watermelon factory Wale. And over 300 people are working there. And all this because there's nothing here going on. And also, Sadia the man, or bad on there. Also, information at the man. Your business, business, one cross check, it's no business about cross check. No, so information at the man. Maybe I information at the man. Bobie, me request about Asama and Kukatamaso and Zilona. I answer information at the man said, didn't know. But Patel who said, didn't you have anybody minister now? But said, do you know what? Bonsa, Emma Insano. Sanon Passe, Patre on concern. And I know that a lot of good people of Ashama are all listening. No, I have asked some people. They also tell me, no, Asake, the question you're asking, Ashama is not on the list. And I asked what question, he said it's the same thing. And because saying, when you say, President Kufuor call, Kate Sorbi, now or Henno or your paramount chief, the background, Yemba, and I say, Muchi, the Yemba Yoba, Bema Bakas in the Deba. Huh? Yemba. That was said the Yemba Oba. Bema, your friends. The
Yemba, by a child.
Okay. The Yemba. I don't know the member of parliament or this is 2 times. Or yeah, 2 times member of parliament. Now, only I say former president Kufuor ko cut short. Bobie, and our Pam no say, so the young cut short we have you.
Yeah.
Was it that we have cut short who you remember it was a big story.
Yeah, I remember it.
And the chief said no, I'm petty.
And rebelled, yeah.
Until say you were ohene ultimate fighting for his people like this. Now I buy papa by na year route 166 corners there kwene nka ho a. Me gidi say enye ye de. Until I patcho enesre. Me tune me enye papa na bi.
Oh, don't worry.
The be ma aban say. They should do amend. Say no cross say enka ho a omoye bi emaye. Sa 3 concerns na me de to no. Now I can tell you say I have confidence in John Mahama. The way he's very disciplined, very calm, and his men are working. Unlike people who are wearing big coat and big shoes, signing and walking and say, I'm the minister, I'm the... No. They go. Now, who say, finance minister, I'll call you budget, I'll call market. When you call you, I had a case on 5V8 call you. On 5V8, motor cake and dinner, chin, and the same minister, but offer some, I'm saying, workers no more, some van be. Also, video about some van be.
Minibus, maybe.
Oh, no, trying or call you. Ono mbana kwa kasaye. Me ba ha we no. Asama mpese me catch on say my issue statement meaning say omo di chiro na omo fa chiro. Appealing to the Bank of Ghana say. Who say nra minority here press conference.
Yeah. Na
nipa okana asam na kra na ayema wanwa. Any former just 6 months ago finance minister.
Yeah, Adam.
Osi see that pick about abochi no dollar no. Young person business it. Time on buy na or as minister na abochi ni Ghana. What was the rate? But me ha say, Bobie, and say my people are saying that when they go to the commercial bank doesn't have the dollars. Now I am ya. Now me patch me the Bank of Ghana say, me say Bank of Ghana need dollars and my commercial banks no. Now say Bank of Ghana need dollars and my commercial bank to trade. A ban sign na commercial bank would tend to tell importers say abochu ho. Then you go to Abuchi, the Abuchi can give you 12.8 or 12.9 to $1 to the cities. Now, commercial bank doesn't have it. Mijiri says, if the Bank of Ghana give the forest, they should monitor. That sector power. Say, we cannot have Bank of Ghana offloading the forest to the commercial banks because it's one of the areas that one person they have abino. But I know Bank of Ghana issued a statement a week ago and to assure us that there was some concerned importer that issued a statement and said there's no dollar. So I thought it was a joke. Then Gutta raised the issue. The Bank of Ghana quickly issued a statement and said no. They made them even on weekend and issued a statement that they will make the forest available. As we speak, and I had so many calls, so I have to issue a statement to appeal to the Bank of Ghana. Number 2, say about TMA, and finance minister TMA, prime rate has dropped today, almost say from 28 to 25.
But even with the 25, amount for still is too high.
Good, yes. So I want to ask, we increased the prime rate to control inflation. That was what we were told from addiction time. Now say inflation, the Abana take over at 23.8. Now Abana ye juma na inflation above for ma bedu 13. Abana the prime rate is still at where it is. Because of that, the governor of Bank of Ghana, he cannot face the commercial bank and say reduce your lending rate. Because unless the prime rate comes down drastically to correspond with the inflation rate. But I know you up if prime rate to fight inflation. And so if inflation is falling, I don't see the reason why you continue keeping prime rate at where it is. Forcing people to borrow at 27%. Even that 27% depends on how your good relation with your bank. Either than that, you cannot get 27%. Meanwhile, inflation has come down. So I want the government to look at that. Again, I want the finance minister to put because I know that he worked closely with the governor of Bank of Ghana. I tell you, Bobie, and I'm sure you'll be angry. I know how passionate you are for this country when it comes to national issues. Can you imagine or will you believe that the Bank of Ghana give different rate to different commercial banks in this country? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, you see, Bank of Ghana rate. Bank of Ghana has no rate. And Bank of Ghana is supposed to regulate rate, interest rate. I mean, what do you call it? The forest rate that we are using to trading in the commercial banks. So if customs are using 10.4, we believe that that's Bank of Ghana rate.
Yes.
Why will you go to pay duty at 10.4? Then you come to commercial bank to look for dollar, and you cannot get it at 10.4. You go to
so that's the current situation.
Yeah, so you go to commercial maybe commercial bank, they have their own rate. You go to Next Bank, Government Bank, NIB Bank, they have their own rate. You go to ADB Bank, they have their own rate. You go to Absa, they have their own rate. You go to Eco Bank, they have their own rate.
But
you go to Zenith Bank, they have their own rate.
Flat rate.
I say you flat rate because if you travel outside the country,
no, I get you.
Whether forest brew, whether bank, whatever we are changing, it's the same rate that they will give you. They cannot give you different rate. One country, one regulator, approving different rate. Because if you go to the Bank of Ghana, they'll tell you that if in the evening Listo come from his bank to tell you, okay, tomorrow look at the situation, he wants to sell at 12 cedis to $1, and Bank of Ghana say, okay, agree, they've sent to you. Then another bank to come, maybe I will go 11, then Bank of Ghana sign for you. Then another person comes and say, oh, I'll do it 12.5, the Bank of Ghana agree and sign. So hence tomorrow morning, you wake up, you go to, you cannot say, this is the rate. You go to Eco Bank, it's the same. You go to outside the same.
You, the regulator, no, no, a rate we should deal with.
And
so now you are telling us that always we should come to you.
Not even at the port, still have a challenge. What is the challenge? The challenge is that the simple lines, local handling charge that send air to the Bank of Ghana also have their own rate.
I see.
They are not using the commercial bank rate and the custom rate. And I said that is disparity.
But if the customs rate, you know, and the BOG rate.
If customs is using 10.4, we are all maritime people. Then everybody's using 10.4. But when we went and fight, I don't know what the Bank of Ghana issued. They are agreeing that Bobie Bank is Eco Bank, Listo Bank is Absa, Citizen Bank is maybe ADB. So You are a simple line. Bobie is a simple line. He's a simple line. So if this man is at EcoBank and EcoBank is trading at 11 cedis and he put 11 on his invoice, I should pay. If I come to you and my container is with your vessel, your ship, and I come to you and then your bank is ADB and it's 10.4, that's what they are using. If I go to Bobie and Bobie say 13 cedis, maybe that means that his bank is trading 13 cedis. The point is, you have given them free rate because he can be with a commercial bank which is low rate, and you go and comb in the banks and see which bank's rate is, and come and tell you that this is my rate. I save with this bank, but your bank details and your account is not there for me to go and pay adjust to that account. So what does that mean? It means that people can do what they want. One country, one regulator. I think we need one rate. Bank of Ghana has no rate. So far as the interbank rate is concerned, Bank of Ghana, you can't go and challenge a bank that why is Bank of Ghana custom using 10.4 and I can't look for dollar you send to me at this rate. So we have to ask. We need to sanitize. Maybe if they have to go back to re-amend the law. I don't know what the law talks. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not pretending to be a lawyer equally, actually. But the truth of the matter is that we cannot be in one country and Bank of Ghana approve different ways to different banks. There's no conformity. There's no uncertainty. People cannot challenge with what they issue as guidelines. Look for the Bank of Ghana guideline that they issued 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. You will see that it's not biting at all. So I think that these are issues that we have to bring to bear. That will go a long way to help the government. Because I know that this finance minister has worked tirelessly. Bank of Ghana, you are coordinating so much. The young man at Gold Board, they have brought stability. So if you brought stability, let everybody enjoy the stability, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And so I think that this is a major concern I want to bring to bear.
Legit.
And I think that we should all ask questions. We should all wake up one day and say that you can go across the bank, forest brew, even black market. If the Bank of Ghana want to regulate black market, it should be regulated so that the forest brew, the black market, the commercial banks. So you want to tell me if a commercial bank is selling $1 to 11 cedis, they don't make profit, and the black markets will make it 12.8. Look at the kind of profit they are making, and they rather have they are having a high price, high rate. They are rather having the money to give to the business community. But the bank that is supposed to be trading with us legally, with our documents put in bank for you to give her the documents. Because you now know that if you go to bank today, you can go and withdraw $100,000 from them, and they'll ask what are you going to use for.
All right. I mean, points well made there from Mr. Wingobit. But quick one, Fatuso. I think that near Dean Komobi and Mesre and Peninfo or some monitor program here. I think our Wingobit issues our regional are very legit. And yes, we should look at all these little issues. We raise issues here, yes, to make sure say also now not because always we are right here, but because always we need answers. Maybe the answers can interactive. Okay, so I have Dr. Atoforsen's statement here on Ghana Web. The Minister of Finance, Dr. Atoforsen, has outlined 24 priority projects the government has submitted to the official creditor committee and the International Monetary Fund. Okay, so speaking during the presentation of, according to him, this is expected to trigger the resumption of disbursements for projects on the priority list upon the signing of the bilateral agreement between Ghana and creditor countries. Speaking during blah, 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 blah. That's mid-year budget review on July 24th, 2025. He said, we aim to ensure that all the priority projects are completed and commissioned. So these are some of the few ones. The priority projects outlined by the minister are the new bridge across the Volta River at Volivo, construction of the Tema Aplao Road Project Phase 1, Tema Motorway Runabout through Asaiman Runabout to Atimpoku. All right, but Kwame, this one, the Openika 17, it's not about Asaiman Runabout only.
No, Asaba roundabout is the major one going toward. That's the Eastern Corridor.
Exactly.
So when they mention Asaba roundabout, people say, "Oh, it was Asaba roundabout is a different." It's a major.
What are you talking about? No,
we are talking under the 166 constituencies. It was clearly measured.
No, to make it more easier internally.
Yes, internally.
The internal routes.
Yes, the internal route of the constituencies.
Of the constituencies.
Or the district level.
So this one is different. Thank you. Wait, just 1 minute here. 1 minute.
Just like it is done in other areas, your businessman should also consider say you do legit business, you submit your documents or partners all you need to do is submit your document. Bank of Ghana should wire. Not all the time you go in for physical cash. Now a bini ho now going back and forth near in the world where there are even stricter money laundering laws, you cannot even carry a certain quantum of money. And let's begin to use that friends and transfer and then they can. They talk to me, how do you think this Aboki get the dollar? Yes, some of the banks and some of these businessmen, they go in the name of say only to end up giving the money to friends Aboki. And Aboki is out there over $1. If you wouldn't be a legitimately $100 na pampano or back on the bin you are Bochi send Brabaji say ya. So a 2-way affair, wardrobe. Na yemwama economy we live in free market offer. You cannot say Obia should have one rate. It's a free market. That is why we have a range and not a fix. It's within a range. The Bank of Ghana say interbank rate buying AAB at 10.4. I don't think any bank can go beyond 11. It's a range that there's a certain upper limit you cannot go beyond. That's what I say. But you cannot enforce to say, or if you say me 10.8 ever boy, or if you say me 11 ever boy, or if you say me 10.7 ever boy. But it should be within the range. You can say interbank rate and not just a particular fixed rate at Bank of Ghana and AD. We should have
your explanation
of this
also
conversation.
is
Commander, I've actually been concerned there. Then I make a bingo one to my say there. Make a measure $10,000 and $20,000 and $50,000. But they quite because Ghana, we don't buy things in dollar. It is a major miscana. You can travel if you want to travel with more than $10,000. You have to declare.
I have a number of questions to answer.
You have to declare, and it's very difficult. I traveled to Kenya recently. I've traveled to UK recently without sending a pound or a dollar. I went with my Visa card.
Do you even know? Just in South Africa, even food you cannot buy with physical cash.
Exactly.
Really?
Food, you must produce your card.
And in Kenya, everything is in Pesa.
Yes.
So you just at the moment you just send. And what I do is I made me a bank card, me come withdraw what's coming down to me in Pesa do, and I just spend. I don't need dollars. It's a cut with Kroma number copy $50,000. I'm the quiet day.
Anyway, it's a subject for another day.
Even US, you can't carry. If they catch you with $50,000, you will find yourself wanting.
Now, $1.5 million will be there. Mom, no problem. Anyway, live on our 100.5 Citizen Show. Audition. Are you between the ages of 18 and 45? Are you an aspiring singer, rapper, reggae dancer, artist, or a music lover? Then this is for you. You stand a chance of winning a life-changing grand prize worth a whooping 300,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, you heard it right, 300,000 Ghana cedis. But that's not all. It comes with some serious management deal too. And for the price of 100 Ghana cedis per. Now here's how to start your journey to stardom. Visit www.thenestar.com. Register and follow the prompt to register, or walk into your favorite or any Class Media Group radio channel near you to pick a form. Simply call 0534 886 377 for assistance. Registration cost is 100 Ghana cedis. Audition starts on Friday, August 8th, 8 a.m. sharp at Class Media Group headquarters at Laboni, Accra. Come with your swag on, dress bold, dress artistic, and seize your moment to shine. My main car man for say MTN SIM card Jumadi no registration no go so 10 Ghana cedis pe no ajo the police ni adro no in boost heba mesha na waje wo de in boost na wo krono na chese edem mausa mamenka omanfo se Jorege semenka asemde enchre Ghana for Jorege ene semenka asemde emfa enchre Ghana for nyina Ansah system the da from Boko from 0533553266. Dr. Megashieba Spiritual Center, thank you so much. Electroland Ghana Egusua